Hello, welcome to the Football Social with Sky Bet. It is, of course, a watch-along for Man United against Arsenal.
Bloody Arsenal!
Well, it's a taste.
Come on!
In the studio, firstly, to my right, got to go to these two first. Two of the most popular members on Football Daily, of course. Joe Tomlinson and Dave Jackson, Man United and Arsenal fan, respectively, sat together, boys. How are you going to cope with this? You're both very, very animated fans. Is this going to work out, you sat together?
I think this is going to be beautiful.
Have we ever watched an Arsenal
I'll be in
game
tears.
together?
I'll be in tears behind the sofa after about 60 minutes. Don't worry about that.
That's a good question.
Have you ever watched an Arsenal game together?
I'm not sure we have. I think maybe, actually. I think potentially when Welbeck scored.
Was you there with Bolton and Miller?
Yeah, I think I was.
We have once.
There we go.
And Arsenal won at Old Trafford, was in the Cup.
OK, there we go. We'll have a good omen. We'll wait and see. Of course, that's not all we've got on the show. Alongside me, good friend of the Football Social, back again. Great to have you back on.
Hey, thanks for having me back. It's been too long.
It has.
But
you like this show, don't you?
I love this show, man.
Good.
So I'm glad I'm here tonight.
I tell you who's glad that you're back on the show is the guy sat to your left, because it is Will Brazier, massive Birmingham City fan. Do you want to get this over and done with, Will?
Great to meet you again, Clinton.
I mean, I'll never forget
Lovely, so excited. Will, you are, of course, on Social Corner. The whole show is governed by everyone watching this. So how do you want people to get involved? Tell us how they can get involved in the show.
Yes, get your questions in. Is Ali gonna gone? Should Emre change up his tactics? Use the hashtag TFS at Football Daily, at Soccer AM, and we'll get the best questions to the panel.
Wonderful.
Always wonderful.
There is strong energy to the start of this show. Obviously, this is the last game of the weekend. Let's have a reminder of how the Premier League table looks. This is the bottom of the table. Watford. What is going on at Watford?
Wow.
Minus 16 goal difference. 2 points from 7.
They've started really well.
Newcastle and Villa occupying the bottom 3. Man United, Joe, currently, yes, they've got a game in hand, in the bottom half of the table, 11th.
Where can we jump up to, those Smiths?
I will tell you where you can jump up to, because here is the top half of the table. 8 points United are on. Arsenal 3 points ahead with that game in hand, of course. They are in 8th place. Liverpool, it has been the perfect start for them. They've won every single match. Dave, Arsenal can go 4th with a win. I mean, technically, can actually go 3rd if you win by 7-8 goals.
Leicester's goal difference.
Don't write it off.
You know what I mean?
Good team.
Yeah, I reckon we'll win.
Reflection on Arsenal starts the season, because
it's not been great.
No.
I'm basically hoping for. Well, I can't wait for the day when Bellerin and Kieran Tierney are back. Got natural width, natural balance to our team, and we can start taking games to other teams. And we can keep bloody football as well. That's what I'm hoping for.
Joe, same to you. Man United starts the season. Not been brilliant, has it?
Rubbish.
Straight up rubbish for you.
Yeah, very poor. Very poor. Defensively, we've been solid. And that has been pretty much the only shining light. Midfield has been a catastrophe. Going forward, we've had 3 different strikers playing. None of them have really hit the ground running. Thankfully, Greenwood looks like he could be something special, but he's 17. You can't rely on him for a whole season. And Rashford just seems so low on confidence. So low on confidence. Doesn't look like the Rashford who first broke into the Man United team.
OK, let's have a look at that all-important team news. You mentioned a lot of attacking players there for United. This is the 11 that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer starts with. De Gea.
Wow.
Tuanzebe right back. Lindelof, Maguire, Young, McTominay and Pogba in what looks like a defensive 2 with Lingard in front, Pereira, James and Rashford. You said wow when you saw that, Joe. Thoughts on the lineup from you, from United fans' perspective?
No Wan-Bissaka is a massive miss. Massive, massive miss. He is phenomenal. Don't like to see Ashley Young at left back at all. Andreas Pereira, I think, has been extremely hit and miss. Probably lucky to retain his place. If they had a right winger in this squad, he would no longer be there. And I think Greenwood's really unlucky to miss out.
You're a big fan of Greenwood, aren't you?
Massive fan of
day
Greenwood.
one.
And I think Jesse Lingard, this is the game for him. This is the game for Jesse Lingard. He always turns up against the Gooners. Messi Lingard against the Gooners, and Jesse all over the place for the rest of the season. So hopefully tonight he turns up and turns into Messi.
I think that's the thing, right? In the post-Fergie era, there's been numerous occasions when they've been there for the taking and Arsenal failed to do it. So I'm hoping tonight they can go there,
turn that around.
take the game to Man United.
Clinton, we've got to come to you, because you know Aaron Wan-Bissaka very well,
Really
of course.
well, yeah.
Not playing today. Tuanzebe playing in that position. Is that a big area that Man United, that Arsenal might look to target?
Yeah, maybe. But Tuanzebe is a really good player. I saw him at Aston Villa last season, but he's a better centre-half.
Yeah.
He's a really good centre-half. That's his natural position. I'm not saying you can go out to right back and he'll struggle. I think he'll still do a good job, but he's better at centre-half. And Wan-Bissaka, as Joe said, he's my favourite player. Even when I saw him a year ago, breakthrough at Palace, he's superb. And everyone talks about oh, he's always slide tackling, so he must be getting caught out. No, it's because he likes slide tackling. He likes making last-ditch tackles and stuff like that. So it's a top-class defender, and I think he's been a great addition to that squad.
Yeah, big sign of Man United. Let's have a look at Arsenal's team. Dave, got to get your thoughts on the Arsenal starting 11. Leno in goal, Chambers, Socrates, David Luiz and Kolasinac. We know that that's the area Arsenal have struggled this season defensively. They are leaking goals. But going forward, not struggling to score the goals. Player ever to start this fixture in Premier League history. Big game for him.
I like it. It's positive. You know,
Is it? Because that's the most defensive midfield you could have put out.
He could have definitely gone for an extra midfielder instead of going for the forward in Saka, and he's kind of gone for it. We played 3 up top. I think it's a big game for Pepe. I don't think he has to score, but I think he has to have a good game.
Honestly, if he can't do the business against Ashley Young,
but it's my point. It's my point. So,
but talk to me about the midfield, though.
Midfield is quite defensive, as you say. It's quite defensive-minded. But then again, if you're playing 3 attackers, you kind of have to have a bit more security in that kind of midfield. I think it's nice to see Guendouzi. He's a star.
You did.
They said earlier on the show that he would be at Real Madrid starter.
I saw you on Sky Sports News, both of you. Very good
time.
watch. You said Guendouzi that good. He
so good.
could be for Real Madrid. And did you give a timeline?
3 years.
3 years.
3 years. Wow.
Always good to get time.
There you go.
Big statement. He is a good footballer.
He's a bold statement.
So why is Ceballos not starting tonight?
Yeah,
well, I think in games, particularly away from home, he's maybe adjusted or not quite adjusted to the pace of the Premier League. Maybe gets a kick early doors, and then is he going to be as influential as we kind of need him to be? So that whereas we know what we're going to get with Xhaka. He's 100% going to get a yellow card. But he's now our captain. Extra responsibility.
Got to ask you about this, Dave. This man, Granit Xhaka, interesting ballot that we saw, that all the Arsenal players had the chance to vote for who they'd want as captain. There were 5 names. He came out on top, so he's appointed new Arsenal captain on Friday. In fact, I'm going to come to Clinton first, because you're shaking your head quite aggressively. What did you make of that?
He's lucky to be in the 11, in my point of view. He's not. I like Xhaka as a footballer, but I don't think he's good enough to be a start. And all this, Smithy, about our leadership group and picking who the players pick who the captain is a load of rubbish. In my day and age, let the manager decide. You have 11 captains when you go on the pitch, and you've got one captain, and he is the captain who tries to G everyone up. But once you cross that white line, you've got 11 captains.
Why is he not I just want to pick up what you said. You said he's lucky to even be playing, let alone be captain.
Right, so
why is he not the right choice?
So
for you
like when they had when they played Watford.
Yep.
When they kept playing it out from the back. Surely someone on the pitch or your captain goes and says, "Stop doing that." There's going to become a time where we're going to get caught out. They do get caught out. They're going to say, "Leno, get up the pitch." Arsenal of old, when they had the players, and I know I'm harping back to years gone by, but they wouldn't have that. They say, "Get up the pitch. We're not doing it anymore. We're going to get caught out." I believe. What does a captain? What can he do? A captain's meant to basically either do something special on the pitch to go and win you a game, or be a voice. He's neither.
Who would you have elected in that Arsenal team?
See, that's difficult. In that Arsenal team, who is there really to?
Me, Aubameyang
probably.
To be honest, I would have gone Rob Holding, because I think he's the future for the next.
I'd agree.
Really?
No, I think that's a good shout, but when he needs to get into that team regular.
Rob Holding is still your centre back in 12 months. There's problems.
Rob Holding can get in the Blues.
He's going to be a very good player.
Yeah, but you're going to be looking to sign centre backs in the summer to replace Rob Holding.
Well, I don't know if he gets into the team. Hopefully, once he's back match fit and can keep his place, then why? We are definitely going to need another centre half to replace like the Greek fella. But
so is there a battle between David Luiz and Holding for that other spot? And you'd give
if Rob Holding's got it, and if but I think there's a lot more to come from Rob Holding.
Well, we've got to get your thoughts, because you laughed when Dave said Rob Holding. You said he wouldn't even get in the Blues squad.
I mean, that's maybe a little bit far, because the Blues defence is terrible. But maybe that says more about Rob Holding or the Blues defence. I don't know.
Well, here are live pictures. It's another thing that everyone was saying on social media this week. When you look at the famous archive clips, Keane and Vieira in the tunnel, Xhaka and Ashley Young, they're different captains, shall we say, to the captains we've seen in the past.
Very kind there, Smith.
Yeah, you're being very kind there. You
very
are. Very different, though. Yeah, very different from what we've seen before, where Keane's going at it with Vieira.
And quite amicable as well, compared to those days as well.
I didn't mind that, though, with the Roy Keane and the Vieira. It shows passion. I'm not saying it should happen, but it does show passion. It shows 2 world-class players want to go and win for their teams, and they're starting early. So I loved all of that in years gone by, but these two look like they're just focused on what they're doing.
Back in that era, like whoever won that game or come up best over the 2 games was likely going to be the champions of that game. Whereas this, we are so far off the top. Both of these teams, we are so far off the top of that. That's the top of the league.
Mid-table battle, isn't it?
But I just watched Too Good to Go Down. 1973, Man United went down. Busby left. Very similar parallels after Fergie left. So Could happen.
Will's just on the wind-up.
He's
saying,
going to
yeah.
wind up against you.
Anything can happen, mate. Leicester win the Premier League.
The other thing worth pointing out as well, they cut to some of the fans that it is absolutely pouring down up there. Dreadful, dreadful weather at Old Trafford.
Striker's night, Smithy.
Striker's night, is it?
Yeah,
you
definitely.
used to like playing the rain,
Yeah,
did you?
I didn't like getting wet because I hated it. I was freezing cold. But
playing the rain, you like getting wet.
I did like playing in it because, you know, defenders are going to make mistakes, goalkeepers following up.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hard night.
Yeah, no, we
Definitely.
saw a few goalkeeper areas over the weekend, didn't we? Joe, me and you were at the Spurs
Deary
game.
me.
Dean Henderson as well. The
Do you want to
Sheffield
talk about
United.
Spurs games first?
We can talk about it if you want. 3 points, wasn't it?
Jack Butland as
Great
well.
free, but I don't like the Cruyff. I don't know what Lloris is doing with that Cruyff.
He
But
always
he did
does
make some.
powers, doesn't he?
He did make some big
He made
saves
two
in the game.
brilliant saves
Save on that
afterwards.
corner.
The corner was a brilliant.
Here they
save.
come then, players out. As we said, it is absolutely tipping it down. Good weather for the strikers, not for the keepers. It is going to be a huge match of football. We need to get our score predictions, everyone. Joe, what are you saying?
I think it's going to be a good game. Aubameyang will definitely score.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-2.
I'm going 2-0 Arsenal.
2-0. I'm going to go 1-1, I think. Score draw. Clinton, what you
See,
saying?
before I was said Arsenal were favourites. Now looking at their team, I'm going to go 2-1 Man United.
3-3, I think, for me.
Will's just 3-2, whatever the game. Will, has that ever come in for you, 3-3?
Yeah, but imagine the montage now John Stiff could cut together if 3-3 comes in. Do you know what I mean?
Epic.
Epic. That would go, that's
one
content.
clip.
And you know why I've changed my mind? Let me tell you why I've changed my mind. Speaking to Roy Keane earlier,
I picked that one up.
I went Arsenal, and he went no chance, Clinton, Man United, and you have to listen to Roy Keane, don't
Yeah,
you?
he did.
So I changed my
You
mind.
did listen to Roy Keane
I
in
did
your
listen
career,
to him
didn't
for sure.
For those of you we can, of course, give you some of the price boost based on our mates at Sky Bet. Don't forget, you must be 18 plus, full terms and conditions apply. Pepe to score and Arsenal to win in 90 minutes was 4-1, now 5-1. Joe, this is one. Maguire to score a header, 12-1, now
Back in that.
14-1.
Back in that.
Daniel James and Aubameyang both to score in 90 minutes. Could very much happen, was 6-1, now 8-1. Pogba to score from outside the penalty area, 8-1, now 9-1. All odds are live, subject to change. For more information, go to skybet.com. Don't forget, you must be 18 plus, and as I say, full terms and conditions apply.
That was great.
There we go. Will, should we go to you in social corner?
Yes, mate. Jack Brady, first question in. What did the guys think about Solskjaer playing a half-fit Rashford over Greenwood, Joe?
Got to go to Joe for that one.
I think... Oh, it's a difficult one, man. If I was going to play Greenwood, I would have played him over Pereira.
Yeah.
And I would have gone more attacking. I think if Rashford is 60% fit and you can get him in the team, then you probably have to play him just because we've got no.
You wouldn't do that on Football Manager, though, would you? 60%?
You probably wouldn't. You probably
I'd
wouldn't.
agree.
But
You know you have to agree with
Greenwood,
George. You know
I
what? 17-year-old playing up front as a number 9. It's so difficult to play up front by yourself. And he's better coming from the right-hand side. He's scored a lot of goals, a few goals this
Do you
season.
think he'd
coming from
rather
there.
not be starting then? Going back to when you were that age and you're breaking in 17 years, I think he's 18 tomorrow,
It's
that young.
difficult because I
you think
wanna-
he'd rather come off the bench than not start a huge game like that?
You could say that, Smithy, but I'd like to play in a big game like that because the chance to be a hero.
Yeah.
I would have started Greenwood ahead of Pereira.
I'd have gone
I'm
at
not
that.
a
I'd
big
have
fan
gone at
of
that
Pereira.
back line. Gone at that
Yeah.
back line. I'd have played Lingard. I said it before as well. I'd
did
have
say
played Lingard, Rashford,
Yep.
James, and Greenwood.
He did say
and then I would have had Pogba and McTominay going up in there, and we're just going to score goals against that
Just
back
because you think
line.
that's the weak link, the defence of
Arsenal
yeah.
by far their weakest area is their defence. We know how good the attack is. The attack is going to score against you tonight, so you've got to outscore them. You've got to score goals tonight, and United have struggled to score goals.
Dave, Arsenal conceded 10 goals in opening of the season. Is it an area that you're going to strengthen in Jan? Do you think?
No,
What is going on
we've
with the
got
defence?
our defence. They're just not fit yet. So as soon as Bellerin comes in, as soon as Tierney comes in, we will look a lot more balanced. And I
You
think
don't
that's-
think Arsenal need to address that in
Well,
Jan?
if we could, because we've got that fella to come back from loan next season, so we've got that fella. What's his name? The guy who's gone to Saint Etienne or whatever it is, the French kid.
Who?
You see, like the French fella.
William Saliba.
Oh,
William Saliba. He's top player, right?
And of course, Bellerin has been injured and
Exactly.
Tierney's been
So-
injured, so.
Clinton's got a very good point.
Actually, Young looks like he's playing right back. Twantabi looks like he's playing on the left.
Ooh, good spot
or
for
maybe
Clint.
it could, not a free, but yeah, he is
no.
playing left back.
Okay,
Come on,
it's
Arsenal!
kicked off. There we go. We are in. Get your questions into Wolf Razor in Social Corner. We'll get into them. Man United v Arsenal. Get your score predictions in as well. Big Monday night football. Famous game down the years. The weather is tipping it down at Old Trafford.
I love that, though. That's a slick serve.
You know what will happen? It's always them shots for strikers that skid on. Skid on, bottom corner, side net, and skid on. The keeper struggles to get there.
Got to test the keeper early.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like this, surely.
Come on, I need Pogba to run the game tonight. This would be where Pogba makes his money against this Arsenal midfield. He's bigger than them, he's stronger than them. This is where he's got to be at his absolute best.
Go on, clashing out.
Foul.
Oh,
Can he hit that?
Well done.
well, while it's quiet, let's go to social media, see what people are talking. Any predictions you've got or any questions you can give to the guests here?
Yes, sort of an amalgamation of two questions. Basically, people are saying, is Emre under pressure if he loses tonight? Will Ollie get the sack? So out of the two of them, who do we think's going to last longer?
All I'm saying is Emery's got a 1-year contract, hasn't he? When's it up?
In the summer.
There you go.
Unless we secure Champions League football, I think he'll go.
You do?
You
think he'll go?
You think he'll go already?
Why wouldn't they have given him a longer contract? They've given him a short contract for a reason, so they've got the option to bin him for no money.
And I think, and also what was so good as well, when we brought in Edu to be our football technical director, whatever it's called, right, he brought players for a system, not for a manager, which was key as well.
I think that's key. Going back to what you just said there, what percentage of Arsenal fans would be happy or sad if Emery was to leave? What is the
think there's a lot of them that are already fed up. I think
again,
some of the
like it was with Wenger.
Yeah, I think some of the criticism's quite unfair. But I think if he was to go tomorrow, there'd be a lot of Arsenal fans happy. That kind of wouldn't be my position. But
what, Emery gone, they'll be happy?
No, I wouldn't be happy.
You wouldn't be, but a lot of Arsenal fans,
there,
definitely.
Serious?
Loads of Arsenal fans.
So what about Man United fans with Ollie? Because you're doing worse than Arsenal.
But here's the point.
No, I'm not being bad.
It doesn't matter who's in charge of Man United right now. It doesn't change it.
Yeah, it doesn't change.
It starts at the Glazers and then it goes to Woodward. We've tried everything you can do.
Woodward's good for Man United with the books.
Yeah,
but not with the football.
That's why you need a director of football.
We've tried it with everyone. We've had some of the best managers in the world. We've had experienced managers in Van Gaal. We've had top-class managers in Mourinho. We've had David Moyes managers. We've had club legends. None of them have worked.
I'd agree with that. I don't think the manager is.
I don't think the manager.
Van Gaal's not a bad manager. Jose Mourinho's not a bad manager.
Solskjaer,
although it's not going great, not a bad manager. I don't think the management issue is where United's problems are.
It's up above where you need a director of football. You need that. You need it to be. I'm not saying always an ex-player, but an ex-Man United. Look, Arsenal have just brought in Edu, and I think they've had a good window. They had a good transfer window. A lot of Man United
fans are saying that. Ollie would make a better director of football than he would
the coach.
Right, which I think is an interesting shout. He's obviously got a very clear vision of how he wants to play and how he wants to build a team, which is young, British, isn't it? We've seen him.
Do you not think he's a bit guided by Fergie, though, and all this, everything that's surrounding that?
Yeah, but whoever is going to be guided by Fergie.
I know, but Jose was a bit anti that.
Yeah, he was.
And
that's a great ball.
That's because he's done more, though, isn't he?
You can't get away from it. Cast too big a shadow, Ferguson. Wherever you are in the club, you are under Ferguson's shadow.
Get him back.
Look at that.
Hey,
we're talking about both managers.
That's poor.
The captain, fantastic, there
it is back behind for Arsenal.
Good ball
about both managers.
It's quite. It might make me eat my words tonight, Jacko.
Attack the ball. It's wet.
This corner.
It's wet here. Attack the football.
Look at David
Absolutely
Luiz.
hammering it down to David Luiz's hair. I've never seen his hair like that.
No.
The perm has gone. Arsenal taking it short.
That's what happened to Zach Jalabs when he's in the shower.
Terrible ass.
How do you know what he's saying?
You've got to be looking at your hair.
Ball, referee.
It's a really good point.
That is a good point, wasn't it?
Save on water.
I just do.
We talk about both managers, and they are very similar. Solskjaer, interestingly, now has an identical record after 27 Premier League games as Man United manager as Jose Mourinho had in his final 27 Premier League games in charge. Won 14, drawn 6, lost 7. Talking about Emery as well, record in 44 Premier League games as Arsenal manager is similar to that of Arsene Wenger in his final 44 Premier League games. Both managed 24 wins, with Emery just ahead on 81 or 78. So not a lot's changed for either club, Clinton, going on from what you were saying. And it's interesting that Arsenal fans, as Dave said, seem to be split on Emery.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think Emery's a good manager. He needs to take. He needs time. Obviously, he needs to build his defence. His defence is not good signing. Not so far it hasn't been, because he's made a lot of mistakes. But he's still a winner. Do you know what I mean? He's a winner. But they do need to sort that out. And I still believe they need that class holding midfielder. I like Torreira, but that's what they miss. I think Arsenal missed that massively. But it's a big game for them. If they win today, as you said, they could go up to what, third?
They could go
third
with a huge goal swing, likely to be fourth if they do win.
And
but it's not been
pressure.
when you think about the way Tottenham have been, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal are amongst it for top 4.
Yeah, exactly, most definitely. I didn't think at the start of the season they had a chance. chance.
Didn't you?
And then when the window, I mean, yeah, before the season had started, but when they signed the players in the window, I thought they could get that fourth spot and Tottenham easily the third.
Yeah. Will, look at it as the most neutral of everyone on this sofa, the battle for top four. Who do you think? Well, I think we're all in agreement that Liverpool and Man City are streaks ahead. Who's the next best team for you?
So at the start of the season, I did predict Leicester. Now I know I like bold shouts, but
You do like a bold
if they
shout.
hadn't lost that Manchester United game, which was some sort of an anomaly, I really do think they are strong contenders. And
To break top four.
Yeah, I know it was Newcastle yesterday, but they've got a good. I think the starting 11's better than United's and Arsenal.
Go on, youngie, go outside it.
United's and Arsenal's for
Mate,
you.
definitely United, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm just worrying what I'm saying now, so I know Stiff's going to clip this out. But no, I just think they'll finish in the top four. I think they'll finish fourth. I did say Spurs third, but maybe Arsenal?
You know your stuff, mate, because I think he's got a great point with Leicester. Leicester do have a great chance.
We should do more together.
We should do, mate. We should definitely. He does. Leicester have started really.
Yeah, I definitely
If
think
there's one team that could break through, I think it's
Definitely agree with that. There's one
Yeah.
team that can threaten the top
Threaten
four.
the
Six.
top-
Like the
Yeah.
midfield three of Leicester, like Maddison, Tillemans, and then like Chowdhury or
And
Ndidi
Ndidi.
comes in.
very good.
You'd have that at United. You'd have that at Arsenal.
I think Ben Chilwell's one of the best left backs.
I'm telling you now,
Vardy
Man United would have Vardy.
Yeah.
Now, different with Arsenal. Arsenal got Aubameyang and Lacazette.
Yeah.
Really good
two
strikers.
centre backs. You'd have them at Spurs.
Yeah.
Maybe not Spurs, but you'd have them at United and Arsenal.
Madison and Ndidi, Tillemans, they've got a good squad.
Kasper Schmeichel just solid. I know he's getting on in age. So
right
if they
back.
don't win the league this year, I think they'll be disappointed.
Pereira's decent, the right back.
Yeah.
Very good.
Pereira is good. Yeah.
Pereira's
Chilwell,
unreal.
Pereira
Chilwell.
won their player of the season.
That's what I
Player
mean.
of the season last season. Yeah.
We just get a couple of Leicester shirts.
There we go.
Another few
Couple of
Let's do
Leicester
it. Let's
shirts.
do it.
We haven't gone to the individuals on my right yet. Glued to this
They're
game, Dave.
They're glued.
Dave, this reminds me of the England game when you didn't speak for about 40 minutes.
Go on,
You don't like watching Arsenal big games, do you? On
No,
screen?
especially not with him being next to us.
He's glued. Don't look
I
at him.
know, yeah.
Who would you rather have, Joe or Jamie O'Hara? To your right.
But it's still probably Joe. He's a really nice fella. Jamie.
He's a Spurs fan, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a Spurs fan.
And he kept jumping up in front of you.
No, he just,
He's rubbing it in a bit, wasn't he, Dave?
yeah, rubbing it.
Oh, did he rub it in?
Which is fair enough. Yeah.
Caught him fishing.
Oh, was he?
I've got a good question in here, Smith.
Come on, Will.
Which players from Man United or Arsenal would get in either Liverpool or City team right now? With any?
Pogba.
Would he? Are you,
Yeah.
Clinton, you shaking your head?
No.
You wouldn't have Pogba ever Genie Wijnaldum?
Pogba starts with
Yeah,
City.
yeah. Oh, I
Close it down.
Chance for United. Oh! Has it gone behind? It's
When
a
he's in
corner
his
for Man
form,
United.
obviously, Joe. Yeah, definitely.
But if he was playing for Liverpool, he'd be in form.
It'd be in form. Yeah, you're probably
Would
right.
he start
to
for
be
Man?
fair.
I'm not sure. Start for Man City.
No,
I
Man
don't
City
remember
are too
Rodri at the
good.
base.
Man City.
Man
is
City,
too
I don't
good.
know.
Who did we say?
Anyone from
Maybe
Arsenal?
Aubameyang in his current form as well.
Yeah,
He's
overlap.
flying. Hard to keep him out of the team. They just find a way of getting him
Aubameyang
in.
somehow, yeah, you get him in.
Only two, we're saying. Pogba, Aubameyang.
Keepers? David
Alisson and Edison.
Edison and Alisson have been good.
I think they.
And they're key
Yeah.
to how they
yeah.
play
Absolutely.
football. They're key to how they play football.
Exactly,
Yeah.
they play out from the back. Edison.
Go on, Harry!
Here we go. Corner for Man
This is a
United.
threat. This is a threat.
Oh, Will's on his feet.
Not Ashley Young on it, is it?
This is where
Is Ashley Young on it? Oh.
He's got a good delivery. One thing he has got on it.
Has he? When was
Desperately-
he?
Look at that ball! He's in!
Touch for Rashford.
Chance, man.
You got to just cushion that Rashford in them. It's a bit
angry
wet. It's
about that,
wet,
wasn't you?
wet conditions.
Oh, man. Just having a replay, headed in. And it's... Oh,
It's a bit unlucky. I think Xhaka gets a little touch.
Xhaka
actually.
puts
I
him
think
off,
Xhaka
yeah.
gets a little touch.
Xhaka boom.
Go on.
It's the Xhaka boom, isn't it, when he scores from outside the box?
Smithy, who do you want to win
He
this?
might score
Did I want to win? As a Tottenham fan?
No, that's why I'm waiting for you to answer,
I mean,
mate.
Man United, yeah. I mean, a draw is obviously a good result
Yeah.
for teams
fancy
battling for
Trafford,
top.
Do you think Spurs will
Oh, book it,
Yellow
book it.
card. Get your cards out then, referee.
Oh,
That's
first
all
yellow
Pepe's fault, that's
card
not
of
tracking
the
his
day,
man.
Joe.
Well,
Deserved yellow for you, by the sounds
Well,
of it.
Axel Tuanzebe decided he was going to turn around in a 5-minute space, and Nicolas Pepe just went, nah, I don't fancy tracking him. And then that allowed the whole defence to open up, and Chambers got stitched up, basically.
Chambers?
Look at the tracking by Pepe on
Lazy
Tuanzebe.
defending,
Doesn't even
mate.
fancy it, does he? And then
Identical to the
and then
Sergio
Chambers has
second
to
yellow,
foul
that.
it. And then Callum Chambers has to foul him because Daniel James is in behind.
Identical, isn't it? Sergio's second yellow.
Yeah,
No,
it is,
he's
it is,
got to play the
definitely.
next 80 minutes on a yellow card against
Lazy
Daniel
defenders.
James.
Yeah.
that wanna run.
Smart, innit?
With Rashford pulling out.
Rob
on him as
Holding
well.
could come on there. Fingers crossed for you, Dave. Get the armband round
I
him.
feel like you're not going to...
You're not going to let that room
We'll see, won't we? We'll see. Come on, Leno.
Harold.
Can he?
Maguire wins every header.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So good at attacking the ball.
Offside. Get out.
Oh, I feel so nervous. Sat here.
Hold on, how come Joe's got a team?
This is yours.
See?
Yeah, they brought it. 5 minutes.
Will's drunk out of it.
Got
Talking positive players, we mentioned maybe not players that would get in a Man City or Liverpool team, but players that have got to talk about Daniel James this season. He's had 3 goals in his 7 games. No player scored more than Man United this season. He was only bought for 15 million as well, so I even think many Man United fans didn't expect him to be starting.
Oh, why? Why didn't you just play James in?
Chances,
How do we keep
Why did you not whip the ball in there?
Why didn't you put the ball in the box?
I don't know. But talking about Daniel James, it's been a great season for him, isn't it? So
Brilliant,
far?
Smithy. I bet he didn't think when he first came to Man United he'd play so much football. He's been brilliant. I've watched him a lot of times, even live games this season.
Yeah.
So quick. You ask any defender, they don't like playing against pace. He's got abundance of pace, and he knows how to finish when he gets in that
Look at the
position.
state of him.
And that is why Joe doesn't like Ashley Young, because he's just whipped the ball behind.
Joe, what did we miss from Ashley Young there?
And it's just classic Ashley Young. I haven't seen him deliver a decent ball in 4 years.
Good evening.
But it's Arsenal trying to play it from the back. Why do we keep doing this?
But surely this knows, though. Surely experience.
Stupid.
Well, surely this is a day you don't play from the back when it's weather like this. Just get like.
Get it, long ago.
We've
got
two.
You got a bigger meal next to you.
Unbelievably pacey
Get out to the
strikers.
big man, win the flick on.
Me and you were playing up front. We're quids in here today, Clinton, I'll tell you.
I get
done
you
it?
tomorrow night at Wigan.
Get up, Scott!
Look at these two over here.
You know, this is Scott McTominay weather, this. Proper Scottish Highlands weather, isn't it?
Question then, Smith.
Go on.
From Johan Schaff. He says, which team is surpassing expectations in the Premier League so far? We've had enough Leicester chat.
Leicester City.
I think we've had enough Leicester
Okay,
chat.
another team.
West Ham?
Yeah, they're up there, aren't they?
I don't know about
West Ham
West
have had a dodgy week, don't they?
Bournemouth?
They have had a dodgy week, but then they...
I'm not sure about West
I think
Ham.
they're having a good season
What
for
about
them.
Bournemouth then?
Norwich are doing a lot better than I thought.
Are they?
Fourth from bottom now, Norwich, isn't they? Sheffield United have done all right. Should have got a result against Liverpool.
In terms of expectations, definitely.
They
'cause
should have got a
everyone-
point on
Yeah,
them.
they should have, yeah.
I think Bournemouth have looked way better than I thought they were going to. Bournemouth with Callum
They
Wilson.
always, though, you don't
players.
think, Joe, they always start like that.
Yeah, true.
And then,
I think we always count Bournemouth out like this is the year Bournemouth go down and then they just go and
They
go
always
again.
do well, don't they?
Yeah,
I
they
know,
always do.
not with that attacking
You can
players
flip
they
it as
got.
well. Like,
They
I've
always
been...
score goals, but defensively, I agree with you. Yeah.
Flip it as well. I've been shocked at how bad Wolves have been.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I think they've been shocking the other way. Like, they've been
Yep.
terrible start of the season. It's way too defensive.
Is that Europa League, do you think, mate?
Yeah, big time.
Maybe, but I just don't. I think they're just set up so defensively. Like when I watch them, they're so boring.
I think they might actually do quite well in Europe, the way that they play. Because they've got a lot of continental players that have
And they sit back
played
and
in
play on that
European
loss against
pace on the
Braga was
counter-attack,
terrible.
Yeah.
True.
I actually do think, I'm not stirring the pot, but I think people thought Villa would do a lot better than they thought with the money they
Well, Villa
spent.
have probably been the most disappointing of the 3 promoted teams, and they were the one that I think most people thought
Do you know why
would
Villa
do
struggle?
better.
Because they ain't got that number 9. They missed Tammy Abraham to
Don't
score goals.
don't rate
Wesley won't
Wesley.
score
Wesley?
enough. Nah, I don't think he'll score enough goals. I look at him, and I just don't think he'll score enough goals.
Come across
I
because he's
like
actually Young's in
McGinn, though.
trouble.
McGinn's a good player, yeah.
McGinn's a good player.
Chance for Arsenal here, Dave.
That's not a bad ball in there. He's put that in the right area there.
I think it's the other way with Villa. though. When we were watching that
Anticipated.
Arsenal game the other week,
Not a bad ball.
We're good.
and Dean Smith
on.
doubled down on going forward.
Kim.
That's what I mean. Why take the wingers off and go defensively? Go and get them.
He could have kept the
Arsenal
point
had
there.
10 men.
Yeah. Losing 3-2.
Dave, 13 minutes gone in the match. How do you assess
I don't think
Arsenal's
the
start to
Pepe's
the game?
played particularly well, to be honest. I don't think he's shown enough. I don't think he's working hard enough.
You don't like the rain, he told me.
Good on
There's a
FIFA.
little bit of that. I don't know. I just think Arsenal haven't really got going.
We've got to talk about Pepe, another one that I think it's a bit unfair that fans are judging him already. It's
No, I
so
don't
early
think
on, but he has split
Six
opinion on
games in.
social.
Yeah, no, I think
One
the thing, as I
penalty,
said,
hasn't
like-
scored. What do you make of him in an honest assessment?
No, I
this
think
season so far?
like today. I don't think he has to score today, but he has to play well. Like
Give it
again,
away.
I'm not after him. You know, just come to Old Trafford and score like a hat trick. But I want him to play hard. I want him to like, you know.
But with the price tag on him and the
yeah, but that's
how
just the price
delighted
of the
everyone
market,
was,
isn't
do you
it?
think he'd have done more than what he's shown so far, or do you think it would just take time?
I think it'll just take time. Like, you know, all of a sudden he might just click, and then he might like go on like a little run there, and he scores 5-6 goals on the bounce. So the fact that Aubameyang is playing well, it kind of takes a bit of pressure off him as well. So.
Yeah.
I think there's too much
Thoughts on
pressure.
Pepe?
I like Pepe. I think
Yeah.
it's going to take time to adjust to the Premier
And
League.
Ball?
Obviously, it's the price tag, so he's got to deliver straight away.
Yeah.
But it was, I liked it the way Aubameyang let him take the penalty. I don't think I would have, being a striker, because I want to score goals. But fair play to Aubameyang. That's leadership qualities, and he showed that brilliantly. But not in my day and age, mate. Nah.
This is classic
At
Man
the end of the day, no. You would just want to get that.
Been a few
goal
instances
bonus
like
up.
this,
You
hasn't there, with
actually
penalty
start
takers and...
That's what annoys me. Why don't you just have one penalty
Yeah.
taker? Why have you got 2 or 3 penalty takers? No chance. It never happens when I was playing football. No way. Even if you miss the first one, they let you have
Get after him.
a few more after. Yeah, until you miss.
Just keep doing it. Will, Still 0-0. Let's go to social, see what people are talking about. 15 minutes gone. We just had a possession stat, actually. Man United dominating.
Creativity, and Vaughan Pears has said, is getting Odegaard or Maddison the best option to partner someone like Pogba and a new central defensive midfielder? Juan Mata too old, Lingard not good enough. Tomlinson, your reaction?
100%. We need a activity other than Pogba. If Pogba gets played and he doesn't turn up to 100% of his ability, we have no creativity. So that's a massive problem area. Not creating enough chances.
Why does Pereira play ahead of Mata?
I think because he's better in a press. Like when we're pressing defensively, Mata just doesn't really have the legs to press. So I think Ollie thinks, well, he can at least get at teams defensively when we don't have the ball. But we also desperately need a defensive midfielder. Relying on Scott McTominay, who, look, he's a decent squad player. Get at him, Jemba. But is he ever going to be a Manchester United first name on the team sheet central midfielder who dominates games? I'm not sure he is. So I think a defensive midfielder, an attacking midfielder and a right winger are priorities for United in the summer.
Yes, why are they messing about here?
Give it too short.
This is another short. You're not a fan of this.
There was a stat I was reading, like we conceded the most goals from errors out of any of the top 4 leagues. So not just in the Premier League. It's stupid.
Do you know why the ball, man? Do you know why they do this now? You know, it's that rule. You know, because the striker's not allowed in the box.
Yeah.
Because before,
you get free passes.
You get a free pass. The centre halves would be on the edge of the box. Fullbacks would be higher up. And now it's just
so many teams in Tottenham do it all the time. Man City do it. Arsenal do it.
But Man City can do it. That's how they've always played. They played like it last season.
But even they've had a few incidents.
Yeah, they have.
Since the Port's been injured.
But Pep demands that. He don't want to change. And the same with Pochettino. When Luis makes that mistake, he said, blame me.
Did you see what he said after? He said, it's my fault. It's not Lloris's fault. This is how I demand from my players.
Like that. Yeah, because that's what he wants and that's what he works on.
Right, first prize of the day we can bring on your screen right now.
Oh, nearly.
There it is. Rashford to score. The first goal was 4-1. It is now 5-1. Don't forget, you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. Marcus Rashford scored twice and made 1 assist on his Premier League debut, which, of course, was a 3-2 home win against Arsenal in February 2016. However, Dave, he's failed to score in his 7 appearances against the Gunners since then.
Yeah, great little stat.
Interesting.
You love a stat, don't you, Smith?
I do love statistics.
Have we got any trivia today? We haven't had any trivia for a while.
In a minute, yeah, maybe. Let it ease in. We're only 15 minutes in, Will.
It's a bit eager today for a quiz.
You are eager, aren't you?
What's too easy, that?
Go on, down the right.
Too easy.
Way ball across. Oh, what composure by the man.
He's really got to look.
Oh, look at that.
No foul, should be off.
Royce of a fullback.
Ball, corner ball!
That's unreal defending by
Tuanzebe's done
Tuanzebe.
very
Good defender,
well.
I'm telling you. It will be him and Maguire.
Why have I got a Spurs Cup?
I believe that.
You and Maguire soon?
Yeah, but Lindelof, I know he signed a new deal, but I like Tuanzebe. I think he's a
Great player. Great player. Given his age. Because I always think centre-backs develop a little bit later, just because of physicality as well. I think they get better when they're sort of like 28, 29.
Go on.
So I think he's got a long way ahead of him.
How good Rob Hold's going to be.
Dave, are you regretting that comment earlier?
Watch.
Flip him in.
We all say things we regret. I said Jack Butland would win the Ballon d'Or.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Horrifying.
You are a big Butland fan, aren't you?
I do. Look, I could still.
What, even recently?
No, I didn't say it recently.
No, are you still a big fan
He
of
did
him?
have, to be fair,
He's
he
just
won
making a few
unbelievable.
mistakes.
He's a lovely bloke, isn't he? He did have one unbelievable season not too long ago.
See, this is where United struggle, by the way.
Unbelievable.
If I'm watching Arsenal.
This is where United struggle, where we've had loads of the ball, and they are sat quite deep, but we have no.
What are you doing?
We have no creativity to unpick it. There's nobody to unpick it. Like Lingard and Pereira don't have the finesse to unpick the game.
But you know, are your strikers doing enough movement so that the space?
Yeah, but look at the quality here.
He can't move. He's injured.
Joe, Man United 70% possession.
Horrifying.
Pace gone. Neither team with a shot on target.
Go on, Jesse. Get after him, foul him. Well done, Jess.
Yellow.
Yellow, get him off!
It's not a yellow. It is. Or is it a
It's
yellow?
got to be a yellow. If he's booked Chambers for the exact same thing.
Xhaka in there. Great captaincy there by Xhaka.
Trying to get him. But no, it doesn't look like he's going to put his hands in his pocket.
It should be a yellow card. Why all players go around and do that?
Look at this handball, clearly.
I forgot when I used to play. I used to do
Oh,
this.
having a bit of that.
What's the referee doing?
Isn't it VAR?
What is the referee doing? If you don't understand?
You'd be right over. That was David Ellery. You'd be.
David Ellery.
Ellery, where's your hair gone?
What is the ref doing there? That's such bad refereeing.
Just waiting for confirmation as to whether. I don't think he's booked Jesse.
No, he hasn't.
He has,
And you think yellow card?
Yeah, that was a yellow.
How is that not a yellow?
Or a trip. It's
That is such a bad
Chambers
refereeing.
one. Yeah.
Such such a bad bit of refereeing. Didn't give the handball for Guendouzi, and then because he bottled giving that, then decided he was not going to give the yellow card. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Exactly.
Go on, go on.
Stop.
Chance for Arsenal. Ball
Luiz!
in. Oh, good ball. Dave's getting very.
Oh, McSauce! Louis!
Clear. Chance for Arsenal. Oh!
It's ping pong. It's ping pong.
It's balls in,
Dave's
though.
still not a shot on target though, but Arsenal.
It's coming, though,
Good bit of
Smith.
spell for Arsenal. That.
Oh, it's not great, though, is it, really? Huh? It wasn't really
I mean, it's just 2. It's like 4 lumped crosses, isn't
That's
it?
the thing, yeah,
All of them
yeah.
have been over
This
it.
one
Every
here.
cross
This
was,
one here.
Every cross was over hitting that one. In that one little
That
sequence.
wasn't too bad. But
That
it's
was
like, he
the
hasn't really
best
tried to
one.
pick someone out, has he?
Aubameyang
Yeah.
just
Give him.
now
That's a
straight
great
down.
ball.
It's very
Now
open.
Pogba.
Go on then.
Now James.
There's a chance.
Hit that. Hit that. Low and up.
Overhit the pass. James keeps it in on
What
the
happened now?
byline.
He's on a yellow. Come on.
So annoys me when he does that.
So poor, that quality there.
That is.
Oh, that's lovely.
He's jarring. He's better than that Pogba as well.
So poor. That stopped the whole attack, that one bit
Oh,
of
for
play.
goodness. Oh, lovely turn, that.
Ref?
Ref!
Nothing given.
The
That was a definite foul.
I would
having
You know,
one.
Arsenal, I think Pepe should come on this side. He would probably
Switch
have
him
more
in,
chance.
switch
It's
him
so
up.
quick, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, especially against old Ashley Young.
That was...
How old is Ashley Young?
400.
Good innings there.
And breathe. 20 minutes gone. Still not a shot. I don't think we had a shot on target yet, Will.
No, we haven't. Questions are flying in thick and fast, though. Dave Jackson, what do you think about Kieran Tierney not starting? And is he the future left-back?
If he's not fit, he shouldn't play. Simple as that. And
But-
he is definitely the future left-back for Arsenal.
Good ball. That's a great ball, Scott.
But on the other hand, we've got a 50% Pogba, 50% Rashford starting.
But I think when you go away from home, you
Go on,
need at least
DJ.
100% fit players.
Funny P.
So I'm not...
Quality there. My word. Yes, Scotty Mac.
That's poor from Arsenal there. He's not
Lovely bit of
to
play
do
from
anything.
You've got
there.
a gamble.
Where's Rashford?
Why do you say
there?
that? Say that again. Say that again. Say that
Where's
again.
Rashford darting
Thank you.
across?
Thank you.
So that again.
No, because they whip balls in and the centre forward on your heels. Get across the
Gamble.
front post.
Yeah.
Gamble.
Gamble.
How many more?
How many dives do you want to do?
Don't worry about Guendouzi.
one more roll
Guendouzi is
for us.
down.
Who's that? Ollie.
The weather is absolutely
He's
hammering
playing
it
in the
down.
Bernabeu, mate.
Guendouzi's
Isn't it?
complaining about a foul there. Ashley Young
Well,
has
it's
the ball in his
definite-
Why
hand.
is Rashford not getting across the front there when that ball comes in from Daniel
Because
James?
he's not fit. He shouldn't be playing. It's stupid.
Keith Albert used to say at Meadow Park, gamble.
Keep ball bit.
What a legend he was. And if you weren't gambling, you weren't getting goals.
But do gamble responsibly with our Sky Bet price boost. There you go.
But the fun stops.
Stop. It is end-to-end. We still haven't had a shot on target.
We've had a great show, though, haven't we? It's been very
It's been
fun.
really very. The energy levels are high from everyone so
Always,
far.
always.
We just need a goal.
Go on, Rashi. Press him. Press him.
Pressure.
Clinton,
Pressure on.
Clinton, while there's a go and play. What were you? We're talking about Pogba earlier. Joe's a
get
big fan
turned.
of Pogba.
We get turned.
You were saying on his
Why don't
day.
they make him
I'm a
make
big
him
fan, but he doesn't have his.
Great play there, Saka!
He doesn't have his day.
It's
now.
sure he's got
These
it
are the
now.
games where Man United are bought
too inconsistent for you.
Too inconsistent. But you know you can do it, Smithy. You win the World Cup with France. He was brilliant.
class in
He
the
was
World Cup,
proper
yeah.
class. And I think when he plays with better players, he is a better player, and that's not being disrespectful to the Man United
I
players.
think that's
at the
why
moment.
some fans are frustrated with him because they know how good he can be.
Yeah,
It's just that he doesn't do it on a regular basis.
These are the games. Nights like
these
this is
are the
why
games,
you
yeah.
bought Paul Pogba. This is where he needs to deliver.
This is trouble here.
Come on,
Joe's a
David
bit worried
Luiz.
here.
This is trouble here.
Slumped in his
Telling you.
chair.
Trouble here.
If David Luiz scores, we're going to ring Zach Jalab.
No.
Live on air.
Kenny
Corner.
gets it.
Sorry, free kick
What
whips in
was
from Arsenal.
that?
It's gone straight back. We
Pepe,
will
is
not
he
be
worth the
calling
money?
Zach Jalab because it went straight out.
Question Will Brazier for Dave Jackson. Is Pepe worth the money?
We will see.
After that, he's going to say.
Unai Emery's since gone into the dugout because he's absolutely drenched. He was on the touchline, hammering it down. Pepe disappointing there, Dave.
Wasn't great, was it, Smith?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
Dave.
United are doing it now.
Good.
Dave, where's Ozil?
He's apparently can't travel because he's scared of getting jacked or whatever it is. I don't know. Serious? Stupid.
No, that can't be right.
I don't
I don't think that's the official reason.
I don't understand. Right? We're paying him,
Just to clarify that.
like, we're paying him 350 grand a week. I really rate. This is a game for Ozil. I don't understand why. Like tonight, play Aubameyang and Pepe, and Ozil playing just behind, and go just play. You know, and then game. And if he's not going to be played in these games, he needs to be like moved on as soon as possible.
But he wasn't going to start. I feel like
That's
if he was
stupid.
in the starting lineup, we'd have gone, Ozil's playing because we're just used to seeing him not in the Arsenal team.
The Arsenal team, you're right.
350 grand a week for someone to play in the Carabao Cup. Stupid.
Yeah, but that is a major tournament, and there is
If
lots
you
of
win it,
magic
I'll take
moments
it.
that can happen. You like that, sir?
I do like that. Yeah.
Hugging it.
Question in from Jack Roberts. Do you think United will spend in January on the likes of Sancho and Madison? Or are they just
Not in January. They won't get
They won't
Sancho
get Sancho in January. They'll go after a striker in Jan, though. They'll go after a striker in Jan. No, they'll
He said he's leaving, 33-year-old on a
I
free.
saw that today. They linked to him
But
again.
Solskjaer said in his press conference this week that if he's going to sign a striker, it's going to be in the same mould of the players he's already signed. So it's going to be young, British, probably.
Ashley Young up front, I can't see.
It's going to be. He's going to want a very.
He needs a
specific
different. Don't you think he
He's
needs
not going to buy a
different?
33-year-old.
No chance.
Who'd you buy though? Who's in that mould then?
Say they're not after that.
Andy
kind of player, I don't think.
Who's a young striker that United would buy?
Well, this is the problem. He's identified that, isn't it? They always, especially in January.
He'll be back to. And I don't necessarily think he'll buy a striker. Either, by the way. I think he might focus more on a right winger, being Sancho. I think he's. As much as we don't think it, I think he's quite happy with Martial and Rashford as his number nines. With Greenwood backing him up. I think he's more interested in getting a right winger.
Especially when you got Pereira starting.
But and I think that right winger, obviously, we all know who he wants, is Jadon Sancho. But Jadon Sancho ain't going to come if you don't get Champions League football.
What a signing that would be, by the way.
I mean, if United, by some miracle, finish in the Champions League, I think they'll identify Maddison and Sancho as their two key signings next summer and go all out and pay the money.
Who would you rather have, Joe, out of the two top players?
Definitely Sancho, man.
Madison.
Yeah?
Madison. Because our midfield is so depleted. Our midfield is weaker than our forward line. And I also don't think we'll keep Pogba.
If you don't get Champions League, then no chance, is there?
I just don't think...
He's going to stay in. Get it, Rashid. Is he going to get that? Is he going to get that?
How is he?
He's given a foul. Well done, Socrates.
He is pathetic, Socrates.
Isn't that bad?
Send him off. Send him off.
He is pathetic,
I don't think that was that
Socrates.
bad, was it?
Send him off.
Reckless, that could have been a red.
That is pathetic.
Should have been a red.
I don't like referees, you know.
Do you want to elaborate on that or just in
I just
general?
don't like them. Like, what's he meant to do? He's sliding for the ball, and the defender makes a big meal out of it. Let me see. Ooh, that's a bad one.
Oh, no,
that's a bad one. I apologize. That's a bad one.
Clinton to the referee, down camera 3 there.
I apologise,
The referee's watching,
referee.
there we go.
I do apologise. It was a bad one. The studs were up, so
Referee's quite good, aren't they?
they're quite good.
Referees are great.
That was a good decision.
Clip that up. That is good on social, no doubt about
Clat has him through the back 2-footer, Clinton. I hate referees.
that. John Stevens clipping that up.
Do you want the random question of the day that I've received?
Go on. Who's it from?
Bob Dave, random name. What do you think about Huddersfield's start to the season? At the bottom of the Championship.
It's
Anyone?
been a...
Well, I think, what's his face?
Crowley's in, haven't they?
Cowley brothers, it's...
The Cowley brothers are taking a dodge one there, I'm telling you.
Definitely.
Bad job. But I think they agreed a lot of nice packages, didn't they? I think they got to pay off the mortgage and stuff like that.
The salary increase.
Massive salary increase.
They'll be back in Lincoln. They'll be back at Lincoln in a year.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Eddie Howe did that, didn't he?
Huddersfield are a team that could go again.
Do you think?
Yeah, they're strong.
What is that?
They've got lots of talented players, but
Go on.
What is that ball?
They need a
What is
win.
that ball?
Massively, don't they?
Massive.
I always feel like for them, because the Cowley brothers, I thought were two that were destined for a huge job for the last few years and what they've done there. I don't know
well played.
if it's the right job.
Go on, Andreas.
I agree with you, mate.
To
I
him!
agree with you.
Go on, Andreas.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Save
He
Leno.
nearly said to Joe, I should be starting. He nearly put it in the bottom
Wow.
corner.
First
phone
shot
down
on
on
target in the
Sunday.
game comes on the 28th minute.
Well, it's great play by Andreas Pereira, carrying the ball the whole way up the midfield. Gendouzi doesn't fancy tracking him. Does David Luiz inside out, left foot. Great save by
Good
Bernardo
save.
to keep him in the game.
David Luiz always defends like that.
Where's David Luiz going here for this
Go
bit
to
of
the ball,
defending,
man.
Dave?
Surely
Yeah,
you
I don't
send him
know.
wide.
They have to close him down.
What's David Luiz doing
He should
there?
go to the ball before he gets into the
What's
box.
David Luiz
yeah.
doing there?
Here he is.
Oh, James Nesbitt.
James Nesbitt sat
I
alongside.
bet he's got cold feet.
Yeah. Come on. He's hoping he'll be a lucky man after today. Clinton, go on.
I ain't got one. But I did like to see that. No more. You stitch me up there, man. I stitched me there. Clearly, you got. Well, I know.
We're having a laugh, aren't we?
Yeah, that was fantastic. Oh, no. Right, anyway, back to the football.
Nil.
Back to football.
Back to football. The quality in this game has been awful.
Go on.
This is genuinely like watching
Game
BT.
Does need a goal. The game badly needs a goal.
I don't think we've got.
I can't keep going with these anecdotes.
What a tackle, Vic. Oh, no.
He's in.
Oh, chance for Arsenal.
Why just shot out, you idiot!
All right.
Score the time in the world. Why is he...
Family sleeping next door. That's what we got that on for.
Oh, you're just lucky I didn't swear, mate. I'm telling you that. That was shameful. Look, he's got so
That's
much
a great
time.
tackle.
Yes.
Take your touch. Take your touch.
Look,
Oh, skied over
As soon
the
as
bar.
he went
David
first
De
time, you
Gea
knew
in
that was
goal.
going
David De
Rosette.
Gea in goal. He's just
You knew that was going
He's not
Rosette as soon as he didn't take your touch.
You can see he's not a confident player. Not at the moment. He's not playing with
Go on,
no
go on.
confidence.
Well,
At the
here he
moment.
says he rips through and does 5 players. Clinton, your calls. Stop it.
No, he's not. He's all right. Look, he's past it now. You're all right.
Right, this is better.
Arsenal grown into the game a little bit here.
I don't
young
think
boy's
our
been a
like,
good
attackers
spell
have
for
got
Arsenal
enough at
here.
your wing backs at all.
No, given the state of
Hey,
it.
this young boy's good. Saka.
He's very good, man. Have a dig.
Great freak.
No.
No.
Oh, he's getting there.
Great freak from Saka there.
Thought Ashley Young was going to...
I hear he's the best out of all the youngsters.
Do you know what? Joe
I hear
Willock
that,
is.
that's what
I think Joe Willock's
Yeah, I was about to say.
well,
I like
Joe
Willock. I like him
Yeah.
a lot.
He's very confident, man. Very
He's
confident.
18, isn't
It's
he?
hard to say because I haven't really seen loads of him, but
They've got some good youngsters, Arsenal.
But it's good. This is the first time we've actually got a decent crop coming through.
No,
Because
well,
it's been...
are they reviewing that?
Not offside, no? No, Kolasinac went for the ball. He was in an offside position before. Can't be reviewing that for... See, there you go.
Clinton.
I knew they weren't reviewing that.
And then
wow!
Go on.
Goal kick from De Gea straight to Arsenal.
What a touch from
touch.
Pepe.
That is a good
Right, now go. Run at him.
sit back to the centre halves.
Like, he's clearly got something, and he's just... I don't know, maybe he's not got quite
still
the
early,
confidence. I know, but...
It is a...
Track him then.
Doing that with the price tag.
Yeah.
Like, make...
Where's Rashford been first 30?
He's got yellow, mate. He should have like, been off.
Honestly, he's offered nothing first 30 minutes, Marcus Rashford.
I don't think he's a number 9, though, Joe. I think he's better up coming
Play on, referees, play on.
Oh! Send him off!
Strong challenges from
Is
Man
that Jesse?
United.
Is that Jesse Lingard? Is he got it?
It's Andres Pereira.
Oh, he should lucky be on the...
Weather, conditions, weather. You accidentally slide, don't you, sometimes? You can miss time here. I want it.
Ashley Young,
He's taking his time here.
He's taking his time
Oh,
here.
yellow.
The
Fetid.
colour is yellow.
What about the other one? Who was the other one? Lingard.
Nah, McTominay.
You booked McTominay?
If it was wet, wasn't it? You're going to...
This is a nasty little tackle, you know. I think it's a nasty little
Just
tackle.
waiting for a replay this tackle.
I really think this was a bit naughty.
Call
for
someone else over.
Nah, he's calling McTominay over and sending him off for that first one.
Oh, okay.
Sending him off, isn't
Two incidents here, two strong tackles. It will be a free kick to Arsenal. One yellow card's been given. Just having a replay now.
This was a naughty little tackle, you know. Just
What about the
he gets a little bit of the ball, but it's just not enough, is it? This one's good old Scott McTominay. Let him know what the Scottish football's
Lovely.
like.
That's lovely from Pepe, though.
Let him know what Scottish football's like. Have that, son.
No, but that's literally what I was talking a minute ago. Like, make him give away a foul. Make him commit.
Joe, you're asking about Marcus Rashford. Only David De Gea in the whole pitch has had less touches than Marcus Rashford so far in this game.
Are we going to pick someone out here?
Stinks Greenwood.
Thinks of Greenwood.
David Luiz. David Luiz loves a strike from distance, by the way.
Oh,
from
this
free
could go
kick.
in.
With wet.
This could go in wet.
I think
David De Gea has a howler in
I
it.
think David Luiz is going to strike this.
Come on, David.
David De Gea has a howler recently.
Nah, De Gea ain't conceding from
Oh,
there.
no, it's... what's
What a ball.
No, talk
could
to
be
me
one
about
of the
this. Come on.
worst bits of
What have you just
interplay
said about the
I've ever
conditions
seen,
and look
yeah.
what they do?
What was that?
Arsenal.
What is that?
I thought that was going to be like, remember when Van
You were
Dijk
right.
hit that one?
What was that?
Surely you're going to hit it in a weather like this.
Who played that? Xhaka?
Good evening.
No, probably Socrates. looking at it.
But why were you dinking the ball? Not
It
shooting.
was Xhaka.
was Xhaka,
Xhaka's
yeah.
just got his hand up in the air. He's wearing the armband.
Oh, he's off. He's off.
He's not even booked.
Well, he should be, man.
Torreira.
Got a good YouTube channel.
Torreira's a real hard man, isn't he?
Don't worry about
Real
Pereira.
pitbull in there,
Yeah.
Torreira.
He's
Jesse
trying to
Lingard,
play
he
the
needs to be
game.
careful.
Jesse
though.
Lingard has got to be careful, actually.
Do the thing. Do the thing.
No, he didn't. He didn't get bored.
He should have
If you
been.
find out in your ear if you got
Rashford,
booked.
Chambers, that's it.
OK, repeat that again, Will. Yellow card so far.
Rashford,
have you given the
Pereira,
ball away?
Chambers.
Rashford, Pereira, Chambers. Lingard did not get a booking for that. Confirmed. Thank you, William. Any
missed Lacazette,
questions
man.
from social?
do a bit, don't
Still 0-0.
Yeah, lovely.
Now pick a man, Pogs.
Not been a classic so far, but we feel like there is goals in this
Right.
game.
With a wet condition. He's quick, though, isn't he?
Rapid, by the way.
Yeah, but he's tired, isn't he? I feel like he's not fit. I
not
feel like
fit.
he's really not fit. Give it quick. Now turn. Do a madness. Oh, so sloppy by Pogba, man. Really sloppy.
Arsenal on the
we're
counter-attack.
firm
Straight
back
away,
there.
Arsenal on the counter-attack.
Bad pass.
I've got to say, some of these misplaced passes.
Some of the quality in this game has been
unbelievable.
horrendous, isn't it?
So many misplaced passes and bad free kicks.
I watched an
and corners.
academy game.
Is this down to the weather? Are we being too kind to them, Clinton? What
I
is
feel
going
being
on?
too kind. I just think it's poor. The weather makes it a greasier surface where you can zick the balls in. It's been poor. That's poor from Aubameyang. He's better than that. There was all space in behind, and he tried to play it to Saka's feet. Play it into the space.
But this is where we need a captain. Just keep the football for a bit.
You're right,
Just
but
get
who is
some
your...
passing
Oh,
there.
yeah, the captain. He don't speak, does he?
No, but now we've got 5.
Yeah, got 5 now.
We've got 5 now.
You know what makes this fixture look even bad in terms of quality?
Oh, get up!
Is watching all the highlights packages of all the teams gone by before. Do you know what I mean?
Spot on.
Yeah.
Come on, take time. Where's Pepe? Coming in!
Aubameyang whips it in.
Hits it!
First time.
Striker.
Soft effort
That's so soft.
from Pepe.
See, that one he should have gone
into the
first
hands
time.
of David De Gea.
He's an extra
Rashford,
10
there's
yards
nothing
further
wrong
in
there.
there.
He got the ball.
Rashford does not look fit, Joe. You said that minutes ago.
doesn't,
He is
does he?
surely he's not going to continue.
That's a good tackle from David Luiz there, worth every penny.
He's still on the floor. He's limping on. 35 minutes gone.
I think David Luiz is
Surely
negative
Marcus
8
Rashford,
million.
they're going to look
This is
at.
really good forward play here. He's actually picked him out. He hasn't
Hit it first
wasted that
time here, Dave,
pass.
for you.
Soft, isn't it? This, but
It's not great, is it? Like,
Short
you
on
know.
confidence, isn't it?
It's got to be an unbelievable strike.
I agree. I think he's a bit short on confidence.
That
Go
is-
on, DJ, get at him.
Right, price boost to give you on your screen right now. Harry Maguire to score ahead. It was 11-1, now 14-1. I feel like that could be the way that Man United score from a set piece.
a bit
He
unworried.
wins everything in the air, as we know. Don't forget.
No foul. He's going
That's a bit of me,
nowhere,
that 14-1.
That's really good play from
Now
Saka.
put the ball in the box.
Someone go to run up.
You put in the box.
Ball
Who's
whips
in
in.
there?
Well,
On the edge.
to the middle. Idiot.
Why is he hitting that?
Bully him. He's getting bullied there.
Oh, hang on!
That's a red card. That is horrific.
Give it that way.
That's
He's giving it
horrific.
away.
He's giving it off.
Oh my God, ref! He's had a howler.
He's giving it to
That
Arsenal.
has to be a VAR red card.
He's giving it to
That is
Arsenal.
horrific by Pepe.
I think they've just collided with each other.
He's gone out. He's like that. He's
Let's
like
have a
above
watch.
his
Let's
knee.
Let's have a replay of this.
That
because
is
Arsenal, Man
shocking
United
by Andre
fans
Mariner.
are
He's over his
surrounding
knee.
the ref. We don't know what he's doing. I
Oh
think he's
my
looking at it.
word,
He's got his hand
ref.
on his ear. He's got his hand on his ear.
Stay down, Pepe,
Yeah, but
for a
you know
minute.
what about these VAR referees?
He's
You know
giving it the other way,
they're
isn't he?
He's giving it the other way. He's flipped his
They're the
decision now.
inexperienced referees.
How's he
McTominay's
flipped his decision
limping.
now?
They've both gone in. It's a heavy collision.
That
Let's
looks
have a look at it
awful
now.
by Pepe. Oh no, it's not.
Just a collision.
It is a foul. It is a
Definitely a foul though.
Yeah.
How did he give that to Arsenal?
I think
How do you give
because
that
of
as a foul to
McTominay's
Arsenal?
feet.
I think that is just a collision, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. But I think it is Arsenal.
I thought he put his foot over the ball.
You thought he'd gone up.
I thought he'd got up here.
I did think Joe was getting a bit overreacting on that. I was like, wow.
Excited, didn't he?
Very
I
excited.
saw McTominay rolling. I thought Scotsman rolling. He's got to be a red.
Oh, now it's a Man United free kick.
Ref's having a
This
nightmare.
ref is having a howler here.
What's his name?
Is it Andre Mariner?
Yes,
Friend.
it is.
It's not. It's
Oh,
friend.
no, is that Kevin Friend?
Kevin Friend.
It's Kevin
Is it?
Friend,
You got a
yes.
friend?
No friend of mine.
Not a friend of mine either.
No?
No.
Wouldn't take him out for a beer?
Ignorant.
You-
Can't talk to him. You go up to him and want to talk to you and he tells you to get
Yeah,
lost. So fair enough. He's the boss.
Yeah,
'cause
those
he's
aren't the
referee.
views of us on the Football Social, but
No.
fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Come on, it's your personal opinion.
Yeah, it
right,
depends on
forward
the
is, we'll
ref.
move on to that.
Offside.
It's offside.
Oh, this linesman's having a stink.
This needs a goal. This.
Who's these frutellers
It
then?
needs a goal, don't it?
Have
man?
I,
I'm going to have
mate?
to cheer it on set, am I? I want a frutella, mate.
If it helps you, Dave. You've been very quiet, Dave. We haven't heard from you. Are you worried about this? Do you take a point now?
This is, again, it's another thing where this keep goal from a corner where we haven't picked up a man, and I can see it already.
Okay.
Fuming.
You need a ball. You usually have a ball, don't you, when you're watching
This is...
Arsenal?
Go on,
there.
give us-
That's part of the set. We're not changing the set for you, Dave. But if
well,
there's a ball
half-time
behind
a
the
bit-
camera...
Where are you going, Jess? Give the ball, man, Jess.
It's quite loud, isn't
Our
it?
camera operators are currently looking for a football for Dave Jackson.
Oh, don't bother him. Don't bother him.
Tom, the director's saying, can you find a football, please? He doesn't need a football.
I have to have a
Can we
football.
get Dave a football?
On his rider.
It's
I've
really noisy.
never seen Arsenal lose in the Football Social, mate. And
You haven't, have you?
And I've done, I don't know how many shows.
This ref's honestly having.
Not like Adebayo Akinfenwa, who has an unbelievable record. He's been on 5 football socials, 5 wins for Liverpool. And 3 of them have been
Big
like
games as well.
91st, 6th-minute winner against
Everton.
Everton, 93rd minute winner against Tottenham. Like, unbelievable.
Top bloke. Scored 2 at the weekend.
He's a big
Good
guy.
2 for
though.
Wickham, didn't he?
He eats
He's a
that
big
shirt. Big Bayo does. When
He's a big guy.
Big guy.
Eats
I
it
think
up.
I could. Yeah,
Play up front with him.
Now what is it a foul for?
No, I ain't played up front with him.
Would you
but-
though?
Yeah, I would
foul
like to
someone
play
out.
up front. He could be the target man.
Yeah.
Ref!
Good guy though.
looking
Good
at
guy.
that?
Bit of coaching.
He's give that
I could
against
bench
Saka.
myself, I think.
You reckon?
This ref's having a nightmare.
No, yeah.
What's going on between you two? I missed that. Would you like to repeat?
I said I could bench press more than him, but I was just having a bit of fun.
Didn't realise what you said.
I can feel him. He's a beast.
I'd bench press, though.
Well, let's go social corner. 39 minutes on the clock. Let's get a few questions Let's get some predictions as well. We haven't had people's predictions. I want you to do a call to action on
Yeah,
the
get
side.
your predictions in. Make sure you're using the hashtag TFS.
Welly, love that!
At Soccer AM, at Football Daily, using the hashtag TFS. Get your score predictions in now. I'll boot up the stream. Great question here because it's used the word cyclical. The cyclical fall of a team. Liverpool of the 70s and 80s, United of the 90s and 2000s. Do we think Liverpool are on the rise and United are on the fall?
100%.
And how far will they fall?
It's fairly obvious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but how far will they fall?
I think with the strength of the Man United brand, they're never going to be too far behind. They're always going to have money to reinvest if they want to. So yeah.
Valid point, that, actually.
Smith, do you think Spurs are a more attractive proposition than Man United?
Definitely not.
I think, obviously, globally and historically, Man United, I think Dave makes a great point there. Man United, no matter how far they've fallen, they have fallen a lot, in my opinion, compared to the Fergie days. They always have that We Are Manchester United, Old Trafford, that global brand. You go to anywhere abroad, to all the fan clubs, there are Man United fans globally everywhere. So they're never going to fall. They're always going to be in and amongst it.
Played.
Go on,
DJ. Go on, Danny, you're in.
This season, so I would say that is a factor to making them more attractive to a lot of players because.
Ball, is it?
Pinton, how many players do we speak to that say it's all about Champions League football?
Yeah,
Man United aren't in the Champions League. There's a great thing in it, Will.
A prime Clinton Morrison, banging them in at Blues in modern days. Very hypothetical
See,
question.
this is hard now.
Where would you go, Spurs or
Back
United?
in the day, it would have been Man
he's a
United all day.
Spurs fan as well.
Yeah.
Pretend you're not a Spurs fan.
Pretend I'm not a Spurs fan, okay.
I think you'd say Spurs.
Look at the facts.
What, now, in this day and age?
This fact, yeah.
I'd have to go Spurs because of the playing Champions League. I think that's what every player wants to do. But
It's a huge
Man
thing
United,
to get that top
yeah,
four.
Man United,
I think.
The quality of
if
this
you
game.
ever, when you retired and you said you played for Man United,
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's a great
Even
thing
like
because it's
like
a huge
Arsenal
club.
would have to
At
take
the
them
moment,
as well,
no, they're not. Do you know what I mean? They're
I
struggling.
think this is a huge season. The teams that miss out on 5th and 6th, they're going to really struggle to strengthen next summer.
I agree with you.
Really struggle because, like you said, players. It's all about playing in the Champions League. And
I think Man United wanted to do better business in the summer, but they got Wan-Bissaka, young English, obviously Maguire and James as well. So you know what they're trying to do?
I mean, they're
more
still
younger
good
players.
Because
They're good signings. They've probably been
Good enough.
the 3 best players for them this season.
Ref.
Someone was saying, I don't know who it was, but like back in the day, like a season like this, if United wanted...
He's so good, Guendouzi.
Guendouzi's been lost.
That's a foul. That was a foul. He's in.
Marcus Rashford through on goal.
No.
Wow, great defending, Socrates! You Greek god! Love that!
What happened there, Joe? Marcus Rashford through on goal.
If ever there was a moment to sum
not
up
fit.
Marcus Rashford's season, it's this. Pogba bumps him off the ball like he's not even there.
One touch
Terrible
too many.
touch. Why does he take the second touch?
One touch too many.
That
There,
touch
Clinton.
there.
I agree with you,
He isn't
Smithy.
fit.
But usually he runs away from defenders.
Yeah.
Fit, man.
And
catch
he
him.
likes to strike a ball early as
Yeah,
well,
on the
Marcus.
foot.
It's strange that he had that other touch.
If that had been on his
he's not
right,
fit
he'd
or
have
he's
hit it.
lacking
If that had been on his
confidence.
right, he'd have hit it earlier.
Joe, you think he's lacking confidence?
Massively. And he's
That's
also
it.
not fit.
Yeah.
I think that really helps. Honestly,
Careful.
can I just say, both teams have been appalling quality-wise.
Here we go.
Bosh him, Pogba.
Pogba on the ball. Lovely
Played.
pass.
Lingard outside of the boot. Oh, yeah. Blowing up.
You're one-on-one in the box, take him too slow.
Beat him.
Too slow.
How bad is that by Pereira? Honestly, what does he offer to this team? What does he offer to this team in any way?
I'd have to agree with Joe there.
If you let us
He's
know
gotta
what
take
does he
him
offer,
on
get
there.
involved at Soccer and Matt Football Daily using hashtag TFS. What does he offer? Let us know in the comment section. Will, any takers?
Pepe is a fraud. That's from Adam Slater.
See you later.
But at least Pepe in that situation would have gone out his man.
Exactly.
Daniel James would have gone. What does Pereira? He's got no pace. He can't deliver a ball.
Is he not a CDM by trade?
He hasn't got a position.
Corner from Man United, taken short.
That's it. We've got Harry Maguire in the box, but let's not put it in there.
Which is probably the best cross we've seen of the day, but it is.
God,
What a race
beat
this
him.
is, by the way, Pepe and James.
God, he's through there.
Terrible. That is.
Oh,
It's Pereira again. I don't believe it.
What, put us in?
1-1. Chance! Oh, save! Guendouzi! Oh, good
great
save, David De
save.
Gea's gone back. We've seen a
Honestly,
bit of action.
honestly.
Guendouzi's been very lively.
Honestly, Pereira. What is Andreas Pereira doing? What is Pereira doing here? What is Pereira doing here?
Slipping over.
What is Pereira doing here?
Please tell us what he's doing here.
I don't know what he's doing. He needs longer studs.
What is that by Pereira? Honestly, can't attack, can't defend.
Good double
Get
save
him
from
to
De
the
Gea.
Get him driving the ball.
David De Gea parries it out.
You know I like
Guendouzi
this
in
one.
the
This
6-yard
one,
box.
goalkeeper gets
Very
up straight
tight
away.
angle.
Good
None of that
save.
is usually
Tips behind.
Yeah.
Oh, David De Gea. It's a corner to Arsenal. Whipped in.
Can he?
The danger is
Great,
great.
great.
Man
Go,
United
go.
on the
Here's
counter-attack.
Pereira. Pereira's going to score.
He's in.
James,
You're not
isn't it?
catching him.
Pass it
You're
on.
not catching him.
Yes,
You're not catching him.
Rashford!
hit it. Pogba.
McTominay.
McTominay.
Oh, they're checking it. They're checking
McTominay makes it 1-0. 44 minutes.
VAR are checking it, Joe. I don't know why.
Joe Thompson's happy.
Not really.
Joe, talk us through this goal.
Sauce! The Scottish Pogba.
Look how quick
turns
James
up.
is.
Look at this. That's so unlucky.
Great
But what is going
recycling.
on here? Arsenal stoplet, sleeping.
It's a great
Pogba,
finish.
you can't give McTominay 2 yards of room.
Burnley absolutely planted Dave Jackson. He doesn't even move.
That's no backlift, you know. It's a great strike. That is. Look.
Six strike.
By the way, it's not the first time he's done this. He scored some really good
Well,
goals.
it's deflected.
Tiny
It's
deflection.
deflected by
To be fair, tiny deflection. Rules if it's going goal when he gets you get the goal. Slight deflection, Leno planted, Dave Jackson.
Very slight.
You love Arsenal as much as you love taking a holiday in the season. How are you feeling right now?
Is there a deflection on that?
That's poor.
Tiny deflection.
Get in
That's
there.
why he's
It
on
all
the front.
came from an Arsenal corner as well.
That is exactly why he's on the front of Pez.
And who made that goal? Pereira.
No, DJ.
I'm joking.
You watch your mouth, Clinton Morrison.
2 minutes of additional time.
Now, see out the half, United. See out
Definitely
the half.
McTominay's goal. I don't know if it was a minute deflection. If it was, might not have been. But the ball is in the back of the net.
They'll give it to him
It's
anyway.
McTominay's goal. Dave, you haven't responded.
Yeah, it was a good goal.
Well, look at that, though. Talk about United identity. Counter-attacking football, old-fashioned United, on the counter-attack. Daniel James, Rashford,
Too much for him.
McSauce.
He's 1-on-1. Take him on.
2 minutes additional time. We're in surely the last chance of the
Great
game.
ball by Nicolas Pepe,
Nicolas
boy.
Pepe.
72 million in instalments, just like his ability. Right over the next few years.
And Unai Emery's come down from the dugout. He is pitch side again. Absolutely soaked.
It's time to get
Now,
coming
he's
up.
a leader, Scott McTominay, mate. Look at him.
He's
Might
had a
be
good
young,
game.
but-
McTominay's had a good game.
But like there, right? This is where they switch off. This is where they
What
switch off.
Does it take a deflection,
out.
by the way? Where's the deflection?
I don't think it's just poor. It's poor. It's so bad from Arsenal's point.
Slow
of
it,
view.
slow it
I
down.
think
Get
it's a bit
out to the
harsh
ball.
on it says.
Maybe
Why
it's
are you
not, maybe
diving?
it's not.
What's he doing standing there trying to block? Go closer and go and press the ball.
Yeah.
Where's the midfield? There.
Where's the lamb sauce, man?
2 minutes have been played. The ref
Yes, great
blows his
start,
whistle.
United!
That is the half-time whistle. These are the scenes live from Old Trafford. It is Man United 1, Arsenal 0. Great strike from Scott McTominay. Joe Tomlinson elated. Dave Jackson.
Just going to send some abuse to the WhatsApp
Fume
group.
boat.
2 secs.
Look at this guy.
McSauce
And
straight
Scott
down the
McTominay
tunnel.
running down the touchline. You can see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer there. Looks very calm, chatting to Mike Phelan.
Changing the shirt.
Unai Emery absolutely drenched. There he is.
Do you know that's the worst possible thing that could happen for anyone in the Football Daily office? Because how much do I chat rubbish about McSauce? Every day I'm saying McSauce is the future.
He could win a Ballon d'Or.
Clinton, we'll breathe for a bit now.
he's a bang
Thoughts on
average player.
let's just reflect on that first half. Not a classic, but
No,
a great
classic.
ending to
They
the game.
needed that goal because then Arsenal could come out second half. But it was a great break. Arsenal could have scored at one end, and then Man United gone break. They played counter-attacking football, and James again. His pace is ridiculous. Just burns.
Daniel
Guendouzi
James
like he's
again.
not there.
Daniel James not giving enough credit. Good half for Daniel James. Will,
Yes.
haven't got to you. What are the comments saying? I imagine there's a lot of very happy Man United fans watching the stream right now.
Yeah, all the United fans have come out the woodwork. They've replaced the Arsenal fans who've actually gone back in to the woodwork. But people, just before the goal went in, do we think Mason Greenwood should play? Obviously, the goal was good from McTominay, but Rashford not been the best.
Well, we said at the start, didn't we, that Rashford might not be fit. And the game has just lacked so much quality. Like, there's just been so many misplaced passes. I think the tactics have been really negative from both sides, like sitting back, happy to play on the counter-attack. And Rashford, when he's playing on the counter-attack, is dangerous because of his pace. If he's injured and he can't get at you because of his pace, it's a problem.
nullified, isn't it? Yeah.
Whereas Greenwood, because he's very technical and likes the ball in the box to his feet, I think he offers a very different element. The one thing I will say is, you're 1-0 up now. Do you bring Greenwood? Do you need him?
Not
I think
yet.
there's other options you'd be looking at ahead of Greenwood now for the rest of the team shape.
Agree with you.
Got to look at Arsenal as well. You're the team
think-
that probably need to make changes more so than Man United. Who would you
have
bring
to
on?
bring Danny Ceballos on.
Ceballos, surely.
I think what we do, I think we should take, even though Saka's arguably our best player.
He's been
But
great.
he's young. I would
take
take him
Saka
off.
off.
I'll take him off.
He's been your best player, isn't he?
Who you
Why
bringing
would
on?
bring
Rob
one of
Holding?
them
the
off?
mids off.
He's bringing Saka off
Because
for
I
Rob
feel like
Holding.
we're going to need them three to sit.
What's
right?
Torreira offered in that half?
Dave,
But
Saka's had a good
that's the thing.
game.
I think he needs to play Danny. But I think we need to play Danny Ceballos on the ball. similar to that position I was saying that where we should have been playing Mesut Ozil, because this is the thing, like we haven't created anything. Like
No,
the only little sniffs we've had has been, as you say, on kind of like the counter attack, where we've kind of managed to get our forward players wide, and then we managed to create a little chance there. We haven't actually created anything where we passed, moved, opened up space. So we need to get on the football. Our midfield's not good enough at the moment.
It's interesting, Sabas didn't start the North London derby either. Came on, was brilliant when he came on.
He's a player.
Surely
he's on
he
loan.
comes on.
Where's he on loan from Real Madrid?
Yes.
Superb player. Every time I've seen him, he's brilliant. This was a game to start him.
Yeah.
This is where Arsenal would.
Well, Unai
would have
Emery,
been
one
on
thing
the
he
ball.
does, I think he made more half-time subs
could
than any
make
other
a sub
manager
at
last season.
half-time.
Was
Yeah,
certainly
he
up
is
there.
good at-
He loves an early
I like
sub.
him. That's
He
what I
won't be
like
scared
about
to
the
make
man.
that
He
sub
won't-
now,
he's
will
not
he?
Nobody out there
to make
warming
that
up though.
sub.
We can see the pitch at half time. No
Yeah.
Arsenal
No
players
one's
out there
warming
warming
up.
up.
It's because raining made us.
They are. They're wearing black coats with forks.
Yeah.
Will, one more question quickly while we're at the half-time stage.
Yes, plenty of questions flying in. Don't forget to get them in using the hashtag TFS. Bit of a... I don't like to do these sort of questions, but we do like content. Who do we think the second manager will be to get sacked?
Oh, negative.
Negative, Will.
Negative, but definitely Marco Silva. I think he's hanging by a bit of a thread, Marco. Obviously a tough game against Man City, but that result against Sheffield United last week, terrible. He needs to turn it around quickly, very quickly, because they spent £198 million. They are getting battered in the league. I think they're, 16th, 40th?
Look like you agree with that, Dave? You're nodding your head?
Yeah, I think that's spot on. If you look at everyone else, it's like, you could see life a bit of like improvement for some of the other teams, but whereas Everton, because of the expectation of how much they spent, not looking good.
OK, right. We are at the half-time stage. Excitingly, we did catch up with Jamie Carragher earlier on today. Now, he gave us his all-time combined Man United and Arsenal Premier League 11, should I say. The legend gave the 11. I got there in the end. Here it is.
Hi there. So we've asked Jamie Carragher to select his best team combined with Arsenal and Manchester United from the Premier League era. It's a tough challenge, this one, on paper, Jamie, I think. So we'll start with the goalkeeper. Tough choices. Who have you gone for?
Well, it was always going to be a toss-up between, I think, David Seaman and Peter Schmeichel. But I think for me, Schmeichel, the greatest goalkeeper in Premier League history, certainly so. It has to be him in goal.
Well, before you carry on, I mean, it's a fairly obvious choice, isn't it, a right-back?
You think?
Well, I mean, your co-worker, your friend, someone that you admire and respect.
Friend, I wouldn't go that far. Yeah.
So Gary Neville at right-back, then?
No.
Oh, OK.
No.
Who have you gone with?
Well, I looked at it and I thought, who are the two best full-backs, really, in, left-back, right-back? And Dennis Irwin is right-footed. Even though he played left-back, I could not leave Dennis Irwin out and I couldn't leave Ashley Cole out. So I decided to put them both in. Dennis Irwin scored goals, took free kicks, took penalties. So he's at right-back,
So
Ashley Cole
left-back at right-back.
No, he's right-footed.
And Ashley Cole, fair enough. And your centre-halves, well, two very good ones, one from each.
Yes. I went for a contrast, really. I thought it was either sort of Tony Adams or Vidic. I didn't want to play the two of them together, if you like, so just one of those. So I thought Adams had the edge, and then a different type of centre-back alongside him. So I don't think Arsenal really had a Rio Ferdinand-type defender in those great sides. Sol Campbell, Martin Keown, probably more aggressive, my type of defenders, really. So I've gone for Rio to have that nice balance with Tony Adams.
They've had, in their times, two fantastic midfields, so this must have been tricky sorting this out.
This was the tough one, I think. But, I mean, I think the wide positions weren't as difficult as the central positions. I think in Ronaldo, that was a shoo-in. David Beckham was fantastic for Manchester United, but Ronaldo has to go in. Giggs, a little bit more tricky, because I thought of Perez, when he was part of that side with Henry and Ashley Cole down that left side was amazing. But central midfield was the big problem, really. And I've just gone for the two players, obviously, who I thought were the two best, but you think of the players who missed out, you think primarily of Paul Scholes and probably Emmanuel Petit. You don't forget was World Cup winner as well when he was in his time at Arsenal. But the two main men for me in midfield in the Premier League era, I think of those battles, was Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira.
It was great watching them on opposite sides. Do you think they could have actually played together?
Well, it would have been interesting, that, because I think that almost happened in the early 2000s. There was a talk of Vieira going to Manchester United. It would have been amazing, really, to see see that really, and who would have been the real boss in the midfield, because that's what they were. They were the leaders of both teams, and I think it's difficult at times to have those two leaders right in the centre of the park. So it'd be interesting how that combination would have worked. But two great battles and two great icons of the Premier League.
All right, two forwards then. And presumably one of those is Wayne Rooney, who we know well, has been on the show with us.
No, couldn't get you in, Was. Couldn't get you in. No. I'm saying the midfield, the centre midfield, the difficult one. That was the difficult one. I mean, Henry was always going in, for me, the best player in Premier League history. So he was always going to go in. But you think of the strikers they've had, you think of Cantona sort of taken Manchester United to a different level, really. York and Cole. Or you say Wayne Rooney, but I just couldn't leave Dennis Bergkamp out. It just... Do
you remember Ashley Cole did?
Yeah, did he put Drogba in or something? Yeah. But no, I had to put Bergkamp. I think that combination, and I think, to be honest, he was the player who we think of Cantona taking Man United, you know, that Ferguson team, the next step of winning titles. But he did that for Arsenal. It was actually, I think it was Bruce Rioch, who signed him. I think, but in '98, that double, I think he got PFA Player of the Year, Footballer of the Year. So he sort of took Arsenal to that next level, really. The team, he was still playing then, and I think he probably just edges it for me, really. And maybe not just for what he did at Arsenal. I think what he actually did on that goal he scored in the World Cup, what he actually done for Holland, he probably done more for his national team than some of the players I'm talking about at Manchester United. He was probably more world-renowned, I'd say, Dennis Bergkamp around the world than some of the United strikers, and I just went for him.
And as far as Thierry goes, was that a little bit of your own personal experience? Was he one of your hardest foes, would you say? Yes,
definitely the toughest opponent, Thierry Henry. I think the Arsenal team from 2002 to 2004 was the best team I ever played against, and that's including Champions League and European teams we come up against. That was the toughest team. And, yeah, without a doubt, I think he was the best player in the world then, I think. I think it was him or maybe Ronaldinho at that time, was it? But he was by and far, I think, far and wide the best player in the Premier League, and that's why he was automatic shooting.
We've just got a clip that we can show you, actually. No, we don't. Who's your manager? Is it Wenger or Ferguson?
Oh, Ferguson. Great respect for both managers. Obviously never worked with any of them. You're watching them from afar. I mean, what Wenger did when he came in, and basically, we thought we were the team to go and challenge, Manchester United, and Wenger comes in, and all of a sudden it's Arsenal winning leagues. And the brilliant thing about Arsene Wenger, I always admire, was he didn't have the finances that Manchester United had, and he still sort of beat them and competed with them. But sometimes when you see a team compete with someone who's got more money, they'll do it a different way. A little bit like probably what we did at Liverpool under Julio and Benitez, in that you had to beat solid, clean sheets, workmanlike. They actually played as good a football, if not better, at times, really, with less resource, and that's always the hardest thing. So that was a special achievement, I think, from Wenger. But, I mean, what Alex Ferguson's done in the Premier League, you've got to go for.
6 for United and 5 for Arsenal, with Sir Alex as the manager. And I suppose most notably as well for me, looking at this with the game ahead, is the most recent of these players. You have to go quite a long way back, don't you, for Ashley Cole, the most recent to retire.
Long may it continue.
That's something to get you talking this afternoon, then. Your favourite Arsenal-Manchester United combined teams. Thanks, Jamie.
Love that. Tough decision. I always feel whenever you do a combined 11... Clinton, Bergkamp and Henry. So no Man United striker in that. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's difficult.
I mean, they're two top players,
To
aren't
be fair, you look at it, you got Van Nistelrooy, Dwight York,
Rooney.
Andy Cole, Rooney, Cantona. The list can go on and on.
Yeah.
I think he's probably picking that as a partnership.
Yeah.
And as a partnership, Bergkamp and Henry were frightening. And what Henry done in the Premier League was ridiculous.
Yeah.
He set just for that goal alone, when he spun it round and went the other side.
Yeah.
No one else can. And other
the
goals
Newcastle one, you mean?
Newcastle one.
Remember the Leicester one he scored as well?
Yeah, the Leicester one from the tight angle where
unreal.
the touch
he scored a
inside
hat-trick,
whipped
didn't
it top corner. But it's difficult because, and I know why he put Roy Keane on.
Because he's in the studio.
There you go.
He went Keane and Vieira, not Scholes.
Yeah,
but again,
see,
it's so tough.
It is tough. It is tough. Them two, Vieira and Keane were brilliant, but Scholes, you got to fit him in there somehow.
Yeah.
And he went in. Ashley Cole was left back, wasn't he?
The centre back
Adams. I probably would have said Sol Campbell.
Dennis Irwin, left back.
Right back.
Sorry, Owen's right back. Ashley Cole, left back.
That's
Keane and
about
Vieira
right.
in the middle.
Yes.
But like you said, you think because Keane's
They
the
didn't
guest.
pick Gary Neville.
You think Keane's didn't pick Gary Neville? No.
out of spite.
Well, that's going to go down well, isn't it?
Right, let's talk about the game, Dave.
I'm fuming.
You're still fuming.
I've just seen a photo at half-time
Go
of
on.
Granit Xhaka ducking, my captain ducking on the goal. Put everything on the... Like, what are you doing?
Would Rob Holding wouldn't have done that?
Rob Holding would have taken that wherever.
Right in the
it would have
bush.
gone anywhere. It's just... Come on.
Well, we've got to go to you before the game starts. Players aren't out
Fed up,
just
John.
yet. Dave is fed up, he says. What have you got for us? What are people talking about?
If you guys were to add any player to your team, who would it be? But be realistic. That's a great question from Ethan Dalton.
You can't say Messi or Ronaldo then?
Can't say Messi, Ronaldo. You got to go in the parameters
That's
of.
realistic. No, not for my team. Not at the moment. I would
We'll go round.
Sancho or Madison for me.
Is that realistic?
No,
Yeah, I think if you get top four, then
Yeah,
it's realistic.
definitely.
If we
Is
don't
that
get
realistic?
If we don't get top four, then no. Anything's realistic this season. Honestly, anything could happen in that top four. There's so many poor teams in that top six.
Dave, what are
Anyone
you
can sneak
thinking?
in there.
We need a new centre-half, don't we?
Centre-half?
Because, like, Rob Holding can only do so much.
Rob Holding is but one man,
He
isn't
can
it?
only, it's only do so much. Oh,
Koulibaly, I'll give you
I don't
Koulibaly.
care.
Give you
I'm
Koulibaly.
fuming. I'm fuming. It's such a cheap goal to concede.
It's the game.
What about-
the goal's still in his head?
What about two Rob Holdings?
Yeah, give me a team of Rob Holdings.
Team
mate,
of
and
Rob
I'll be
Holdings.
happy.
Smith, what are you going for?
Spurs need a right back, don't they? I mean, that's
Pick a player. then.
evident, isn't it?
Yeah,
Pick a
but
player.
Where are we thinking? Who's the best
Right
right,
back?
back?
Tough, innit?
What? But then you've got
Max Aaron's at
Pereira at Leicester.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, Pereira, Max Aarons.
I tell you what, I'm a massive
know,
Chilwell fan as well.
I
you
am
know.
a
Leicester
Chilwell
got
fan
some.
as well. I would have
Let me
had...
take both.
In the summer, Tottenham, I support Tottenham. I would have gone for Wan-Bissaka. 100%. I thought it'd have been brilliant, but those lot over there got him.
Got him early doors as well, didn't we?
Yeah, you got him early doors. I would have got him. I thought he'd have been good at Tottenham.
You
I think
surprised
he would've
Spurs got
learned.
rid of Trippier?
I am
not
surprised.
replacing him.
I am very surprised at that.
He
I am
needed the
really
move, though, didn't
surprised.
he? He needed the old change of pace, change of
And it's
season.
going quite well for him. That.
Yeah, they did very well. Did very well. Right, teams are back out.
No changes.
Oh, come on, Arsenal.
Teams are back out. These are the scenes right now. They were them. Kick-off is moments away.
changes?
Old
Any
Trafford, it
changes?
is 1-0 to Man United.
Nothing to report.
Nothing to report so far with regards to changes.
Okay. Surprised they haven't bought on Ceballos.
So Ceballos not starting, Dave.
Yeah, I think
Not starting second half.
hopefully he's given him a bit of a shouting in half-time and let him go
And
out.
it's started just as it finished with just a rogue pass.
What is that?
Straight.
That's not Arsenal.
What is that from Lindelof?
How mad's this?
Look at the duck, by the way. This is the duck from Xhaka.
Tiny deflection.
maybe.
It's a great strike, though.
He's
No
not
back
saving
though.
anyway, is it?
He's not saving.
If it stays like this, United are up to 6.
See what I mean? And everyone
But it's
says...
so early in the season. Like,
I know
you
it's
can move
early on,
anywhere
but
so early. so
everyone's
it's-
slagging off Man United,
here
but
we
they
go.
move up to 6 and they're so early on in the season. It's not bad.
Right, bit of trivia. This is actually quite tough, this.
Oh, yes, tougher the
You've got to
better.
name the whole starting 11. Arsenal have not won in their last 12 Premier League visits. I'll repeat that, Dave Jackson. Arsenal have not won in their last 12 Premier League visits to Old Trafford since a 1-0 win in September 2006. Do you know who the scorer was?
Adebayor.
Yes, it was Adebayor. Can you name the Arsenal starting 11? This is quite
Says
tough.
Fabregas.
We'll do it in goal. Goalkeeper first.
Goalkeeper will be Manuel Munoz.
No.
Jens Lehmann.
Yes, correct. Maybe Dave can do this all on his own. Back
All right,
four.
I'll
take it.
Go on.
Left back probably would have. No, wouldn't have.
Left back's
actually.
tough.
Gael Clichy.
No. Centre back played for
Colo Torre.
Tottenham, Arsenal, and
William
Chelsea.
Gallas.
Yes,
William Gallas and Colo Torre.
Correct. Dave's doing well. Maybe we just let Dave do
Right
this.
back would.
What was it? Left
have
back?
been
Left back's tough.
Emmanuel Boué.
Yes, it is, Dave. Can you get the left back? If you get the left
Give
back,
us a clue.
You're saying it's tricky.
That's great play by
Manuel
Arsenal.
Flamini.
no. Surname begins with a
Get it in the
D.
comments if you know the left back for Arsenal.
Giroud, correct.
Oh,
Good
Johan.
spot. 4 in midfield.
Cesc.
Correct.
Rosicki.
Correct.
Great shot.
Kleb.
Yes, Kleb started, yes.
Knowledge.
Lundberg.
United have
Yes,
started.
Lundberg as well.
Lundberg, yeah. And then
Fabregas, Lundberg, Rosicky, Kleb, Adebayor, and then you had good player. Central. Brazilian.
Oh, it was Gilberto Silva.
Gilberto Silva, yeah. Dave, good effort that, mate.
Very good, Dave Jackson. Well done.
It's almost like he's still reliving that moment in his head.
You're a proper Arsenal fan.
Well, he has to.
Try that.
You have to
You know
relive
that.
the
That's a
action,
proper
don't you, Dave,
Arsenal
on the
fan.
new channel?
I did, yeah. We did the 8-2, didn't we? That was good. Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed to Football Daily PL, make sure you do that right now.
Good, Dave, really good.
Tagged to the top or something. One of them ones. Smash
Second
like
half.
Also,
Started
this is I do bring this stat up because I love this. Whenever Man United are leading at half time, I always bring this stat
Get
up.
after it. He's all over the place. there.
Manchester
He is,
United
he is.
have never lost a Premier League
on,
game
DJ.
at Old Trafford when leading at half time in Premier League history, Clinton.
Wow.
281 games, 265 wins. Not lost a league game at home after leading at half time since May 1984 against Ipswich. So I'll repeat that. In Premier League history, Man United have never ever lost a Premier League game at Old Trafford when leading at half time. They're leading at half time now.
That's a great stat.
It's unbelievable when you think about how many
Stats
games
are there to be broken, mate. I've seen so many Man United stats
Believe
broken
in
over the
that
last
stat,
4
though,
years.
Joe.
It's
Believe in it.
embarrassing.
I think a bigger streak that we're about to see the end of, bigger than the Undertaker
Not
at
happened yet.
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, is Dave Jackson on the Football Social.
Can we stop jinxing it?
That is a huge jinx.
That is a huge.
What are you doing?
That's a huge streak. I'm
What are
sorry.
you doing? By the way, if that happens now, your laptop's getting broke.
It's a work laptop. It's a work laptop. I would like to
And of
keep
course, we
it.
don't condone breaking laptops or any other equipment out there. Will Brazier, Social Corner, what you got for us?
Yeah, questions slightly slowing up, so make sure you get them in using the hashtag TFS, using the @SoccerAM and @FootballDaily. I'm just going to have a little look through
This
it.
is better. Get hold of the ball. You don't have to win the game. Just
Get after him,
Before we
DJ.
come back to you, slight chance Arsenal on the attack, Pepe on the ball.
It's not, but at least it's a little bit
very
possession.
slow
You get off-
going
that's
forward,
fine, That's
Dave.
fine.
He's
that's
off.
fine.
Is that offside? No.
Oh,
It's
the ball!
behind for a corner to Arsenal.
Second United
United
goal en
appealing
route.
for
Come
us.
on.
Go on, Will.
Question away from this game. Obviously, Chelsea have had a fairly good start to the season, but do we think that it's sort of everyone's getting surrounded by this like Frank Lampard, bringing in the youth, everything like that? Because the result was against Sheffield United.
Chelsea have done much better than what I thought they were going to do.
But when you look at the result,
They're just starting to get some momentum, Chelsea. If I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be buzzing.
Yeah.
Like they're just starting to find the gears. Like it was always going to start slowly with so many young players, such a different style. So I just think that get to him, don't let him shoot. I just think it's always going to start slowly, and they're just starting to find their rhythm. And I'd be positive if I was a Chelsea fan, much more positive than if I was like a United fan. Like United have got nobody to come in.
Chelsea, 2 or 3
What is
years.
that?
They'll be a hell of a team.
You think?
You know why? The youngsters are unreal at the moment. They're only going to get better.
Which
More
youngsters in
experience.
particular you fancy?
Tomori, unbelievable centre
Mason
back.
Mount.
The way he dealt with Salah that day when they played. I know they lost 2-1.
Too easy.
Who else is there? Mason Mount. Reece James
Tammy
is going to be
Abraham
a
as
player.
well.
And Tammy Abraham. The list goes
Callum
on and on.
Hudson-Odoi as well.
Yeah, Hudson-Odoi
Yeah.
as well. You realise how young he is. Pulisic is young. He's not getting a game at the moment.
Yeah.
Got a lot of good young players there. 2-3 years,
Who's
Chelsea
that?
will win in the Premier League. Remember
Winning
I said
the
that.
What is he
Premier
doing
League.
there?
Yeah,
What
remember
is
I
he
said
doing
that.
there,
Wow.
Ashley Young,
Remember.
flying out to that?
Just repeat that, Clinton. 2 or 3 years' time, Chelsea will
be
win the
winning
Premier League for you.
Yes, I do
Trouble,
believe
trouble.
Wow.
Yeah, Paul.
Or if they don't win, Tottenham
So
will.
poor.
Go on then, Rashi. Oh, good defending by
He looked
Sokratis.
quick then, though. He looked quick then.
Good defending by
Marcus
Sokratis there.
Rashford, we did see him limping at
Trent
the
was
time in the
trying to
first
commit
half,
the
but he's
play
still on the
then,
pitch.
yeah,
No
had no intention
substitutions
of trying
at
to
half time.
Oh, it's a great play by Chambers, isn't it?
It's better than Wan-Bissaka.
That's
Pepe
just then.
on the ball.
It started a bit slowly this half, innit? It
It's better
started
from
a bit.
Arsenal. Actually getting hold of
Yeah,
the
you're in
ball.
control of the game at the moment,
Arsenal
which you weren't
started the
at
second
any
half
stage,
well.
really. You started the second half much better than United. United have started so slowly. Why is Lingard walking?
This is fine. Just keep the ball for a little bit. Get our better players coming into the
They're not
game.
causing problems there, but when... So let them have it.
That's too much room, isn't it?
Too much room. That
Too
is.
much room.
Come on, man.
See, look, and now Aubameyang's got way too much. It all came from too much room on this side. We're so lazy at times.
Chance for Arsenal!
He's got to do better than that, innit? He's
David
got to do
De Gea
better
picks
than
it
that.
up.
Torreira,
What
he's
a
got to
chance.
do better. That's a great chance.
Big chance for
But look
Arsenal.
how much
There's not been
room,
many
that's-
chances in this game.
That's the trouble with having two Nzabi's left back. That's not his
lovely
natural
Aubameyang whips
position.
in.
So he gets
Oh,
pulled out.
Torreira's got to do better there, hasn't he,
It has to. Look at that.
That's hard, though, man. That is hard.
It is a hard skill, but a centre forward probably makes better contact, but he's not.
If that's
is he?
Morrison, where's the ball ending up?
Rosette. Back of the net.
To be fair though, it was a really good run.
What
from
is that
Torreira.
ball?
He
Yeah,
managed
good-
to
much better movement
took the defender
already.
there and then he come out
from
in
Arsenal.
space.
Yeah.
That was so bad by your player then, by the way. Did you see that?
I could see what this half's going to be like. Arsenal
Waves
possession,
out of waves.
and Man United counter-attack.
Counter-attack.
Counter.
That suits United though a little bit, but equally,
when you're a goal up, yeah, it does.
But equally, we have so far this season butchered lead after lead after lead. We always go 1-0 up and we always throw it away. We end up drawing 1-1 or losing. We saw it at Wolves. Where else have we done it? We did it at home. I can't remember who we did it at home against. But we're terrible at holding on to leads. And I'm immediately worried because we've gone 20 yards deeper. We've lost all control of the game. We were in control of the game first 45, and now where has it gone?
Who's on the bench for Arsenal?
Danny Ceballos, Willock, Reece Nelson.
Yes, DJ!
Daniel James, good game from Daniel James actually. He's got us. So we've set out
No striker.
the players that haven't performed. Daniel James again looks lively on the ball.
In the box though, innit?
Not yellow shirts in the box though.
I don't want my striker there. I don't. That's a corner.
You know Rashford's crossing the ball and he's crossing it he's meant to be in there. There's Lingard in the box. They don't get enough bodies in the box, Man United. It's difficult to score goals in that team.
Right, they're going to have a spare man here, so we need to. That's it.
Oh, shot.
Mine is sleeping. Ref! Oh my days, referee!
VAR. But you know what? It won't get
Jones
overturned.
appealing for a handball.
It won't get overturned.
Not given. The referee's holding his ear. They will look at this.
They won't change it.
Wow.
They won't change it, Snippy, because the ref didn't give it.
They obviously have to wait until the next break of play. There isn't a break of play. Man United still in possession.
Can't believe it's not been given.
Until the break of play, of
You
course.
don't get them at that end. You only get.
We will keep you updated.
Wow, that is a shocking decision. Surely a
still on the ball. Joe is saying that is a blatant.
So what? Do you have to wait for the break in play?
Yeah.
You have to wait for a stoppage, dude.
Yeah.
So we can
No,
go.
they've got until the next break
So
of
we
play.
can go all
Obviously,
the
there
way
hasn't been a
back
break
now
of play.
after 4
Yeah.
minutes or whatever.
They could score as well.
He must have someone in his ear telling him it's all right or it's not.
They will be checking it as we speak.
Okay.
Good turn, Saka.
How bad that is?
Meanwhile,
He's really
Arsenal
good,
have
Saka, man.
a big chance here. Well, I say big chance. It's not a big chance at all. He's just
Go
on
on,
the ball.
son.
This kid's got good feet, man.
Ref, now we got to go
This
back
is
then.
bad. If they're showing him now, this doesn't look good for Arsenal.
It's a penalty. It's an absolute penalty then.
That's a penalty.
How's it not been given?
You know what? Though?
Just trying to replay
My
it.
goodness
And
me.
they got away with one like this.
He moved his arm.
They got away with one against Aston Villa.
Aston
as
Villa,
well,
yes.
didn't
They're looking at Kolasinac. Oh, Kolasinac, body language. No, he
He's
knows
not giving
he
it though.
might
If
have
it's
got
too
away
long,
with
he's
it.
got away with it.
Is they checking it? Or
No,
what?
it's gone. It's
Good,
gone.
good,
It's
good,
too
good.
long now. It's
They
gone.
will have checked it in the next break of play. That was the break of play, so it would have been checked. The referee
trying
hasn't
to
given
control
it.
it,
Don't
though.
get ever
And it is a free
overturned.
kick to Arsenal.
Control the ball.
And there is a substitution.
Go, Danny.
Danny Ceballos is coming on for Lucas Torreira. Dave, you look like you're happy with this sub.
That's good. That's good. He's not at the greatest
You
of
look
games.
unbelievably stressed. Are you okay?
Shocking, by the way. If that's at the other end, it would disallow the goal. If that-
We've
as
got,
in, it would
got
disallow
to
the goal.
talk about this handball issue because we've seen
VAR
it at
it's
the other end been given.
Yeah, it gives
Arsenal
you the,
have got away with
for
one against
attacking,
Villa.
You'll get it, but
Are
in
Arsenal lucky
defending-
now to not
Arsenal are
serve
very
that?
lucky. That's twice it's happened.
Come on.
Socrates, against Aston Villa, and now.
Watch this go in now.
Kolasinac
And also Socrates' body language. You think he
He
knew that
knows. He knew straight away. And
are
there,
you doing
Kolasinac
here?
knows that his hand's out there.
Not picks. This is going to road. Come
This
on.
goes.
If he's going to shoot from distance. Oh, that's one of them when you take a deflection, you've got no idea where it goes.
VAR just feels like it's there to just like support the referee now. Do you know what I mean? Because that he's trying to control the ball with his hand. That should have been a penalty.
It's not basketball, is it? Come on.
I'm not Jamie O'Mara, Dave, but that should have been a penalty.
What's going on though with VAR? If that can't be overturned.
The thing about
I think
VAR
that could have easily been given a pen.
Yeah, of course.
What's the point of having it?
is because because
No, I know that, but like,
they only return it if the referee that is deemed to be making a clear and obvious error. And the thing
He's
that
made
they
it clear and
say
obvious.
is
That's a kick.
that they don't want to re-referee the game. VAR.
No, I know
said
that,
and
but
that's
that was
how they
clear and
use it.
obvious.
So as soon as it matches the referee's
Go
description,
on, Andreas.
It's a
chance
chance.
for United.
Oh, yeah, David Louis. Great doozy again.
but for me that was clear and obvious.
Fair play.
That's me as well.
Cheers, mate.
Man
Great
United,
kick by De Gea.
absolute counter-attack. Clinton, you called that at the start.
That's what they're
Absolute
gonna play. It's a
counter-attack.
brilliant kick from David De Gea.
Fans and Arsenal fans have to say about that penalty incident.
To tap it, if not,
Good
Good clearance from Matteo Guendouzi.
probably would have missed it.
Corner to Man United.
This is a chance. This is what I'm worried about.
Come on,
Start-
Harry.
we
Come on,
started
Harry.
the second
Now,
half
do you know what
well.
the worst thing is, though? This will be floated up towards the back stick by
That's
Harry
a floater,
Maguire.
didn't he?
And I bet you any money it's given as a foul for climbing. Every time Ashley Young floats it up towards the back post, Harry Maguire gets pinged for climbing on a defender. It's rubbish. That's
Hit that.
Still
Pereira! I got it.
honestly.
Catch that. It's
You might,
coming down.
Dave, you might have
That's classic Andreas Pereira, isn't it?
Not them windows, they're expensive.
That's Andreas Pereira again, down to a T, innit?
What are you going to say?
Seriously.
Looking quite relaxed on the dugout. Will, let's go to you now. Big moment in the game. A lot of people talking about with that. Should it have been a penalty?
What are they saying?
Just gone through the comments. I say the majority of people saying it's a penalty, even people that are down the middle, not United or not Arsenal. So I think people saying it's a penalty. Charlie Priestley said Joe reminds me of Sean Longstaff. People are saying...
Sean Longstaff?
Yeah, it looks a bit like Sean Longstaff.
Jack Colback more.
Jack Colback?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah, maybe. Colback, yeah. Colback. I'd say Colback, Jack Colback.
OK, glad we...
Shots of Peter Schmeichel and Kasper Schmeichel watching on. Will.
Got free tickets.
Fantastic.
That's all right, no worries.
Do we think Rashford is going to be a superstar or just a dream?
Oh, it's a bad pass from Arsenal in!
Yeah! Wow! Offside. Hey, it's a great finish, by the way.
VAR.
Hey, if Maguire steps up here like I think he does, it's great defending.
He's on!
Oh, he's on!
He's on!
Oh, it's a goal. It's
Surely
given.
they gotta
It's given.
rewind
No,
that.
he'll check. It's a goal. It's a goal. It doesn't matter because VAR. It's a goal.
Has he stopped it?
It's a goal. It's a goal. It's 100% a goal. He'll give the goal.
Have to give a vote.
Of course, you have to give a goal,
Goal
there.
in the back of the net.
Did he blow up, though? Did he blow up?
Yes!
Here we go. VAR checks a the flag is up.
It's a magnificent finish, by the way.
What a goal, Clinton. A great finish for
Mate,
you.
when he gets in those positions, he's one of the best. Ice cool. It's a goal. I can't believe how the linesman made such a big mistake.
VAR! Goal given.
Get him! Blatant goal.
VAR class.
Played the ball inside. Maguire tries to play.
Get
step
him!
up,
What
but he knows he
so
can't
good
stay
at
with
Aubameyang.
him.
Big 5
He's
minutes.
so
Man
good.
United with a penalty opinion. Most of our comments in the comment
Absolutely
section saying
blowing up.
penalty. It would have been Man United
gonna
with
win
the
this
chance to go 2-0 straight down the other end. Arsenal have the ball in the back of the net.
Jack
It's
is
ruled
telling him,
off
he's the captain, he's saying
from the linesman. The linesman has his flag up. It doesn't matter. It's gone to
Twanzebe,
VAR.
About a yard on. It was about a yard.
So far onside.
What's the... There is
About
right in
2
front
yards
of him.
onside. VAR gives the goal. It is Man United 1.
You're just guessing.
Arsenal
Joe
1.
is guessing.
He's right in front of him. He's right in front of him.
What is Tuanzebe doing as well?
That is a lovely pass from Saka there.
Wow.
That is an unbelievable pass.
What is Tuanzebe doing?
What a finish though, that is, Clinton.
It's a great finish. He's one of the best. Ice cool he gets in them positions.
Oh, that's Arsenal on the
And you know what?
counter-attack.
He's been quiet
All
the whole
Arsenal
game.
now,
You
Dave.
haven't seen him the whole game.
That's the sign of a good striker, though. isn't it?
There you go,
United
mate.
have
You've hit
capitulated
now round there.
United are going to absolutely capitulate now, by the way.
Just keep the football for 5 minutes.
Davis
Keep the
back
football.
on, keep the streak alive.
United are
I'm
going
not
to
stitched up the now with a Spurs
It was
game.
you.
I'm
Why did you
celebrating.
say that? Why did you say that?
I'm neutral, mate. I just want content.
Well, let's go
Go
to
on,
you. Fin out
take your
content.
time. Pick someone out.
Chance for Arsenal.
Oh my God!
Big chance for 2-1. Blazed over the crossbar.
got a
59
score.
minutes on the clock.
Did he save
Big
it?
chance for Arsenal to go ahead. No save.
Where's Tuanzebe?
Wow.
Where's the
What a ball that is.
He's got.
It's the deflection. I told
Oh, it hits
you.
him on the floor.
It hits Lindelof.
It's
Look.
Pepe.
No,
It's
it's
Pepe.
Pepe.
It's Pepe.
No, it hits Lindelof.
Lindelof.
Good
He's
He's got to
defending.
score that. He's got to score that.
Unai Emery
it's a good
with his
block.
head in his
Okay.
hand.
He does have to score.
Saka with a
But
big
good-
chance.
We'll give
I think it was
a good
Lindelof,
defending.
was it?
Good defender.
Yeah,
Ceballos takes the corner. Another short
Why are
corner.
we sleeping? Wake up! Somebody's got to get United by the bloody scruff of the neck here. This is shocking. 20 minutes.
Pepe's in! Logan,
Steve
dink, 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 dink.
Ball's ripped in. Davis ball back post. It's
Oh, that is
behind.
crap.
United, man.
What
What
is
is happening
with
second half?
David Jackson? Apologies for any offence
this
that
is
might have
the
been
best football
taken there.
side.
Dave, sit down.
Ever.
Calm down, David.
Honestly, what has happened?
Come
Come on, Arsenal. Let's go after him. Come on.
What has happened to Man United?
It's better.
What has happened to Man
Pressing
United?
him.
What are
They
people
didn't
saying?
need that half-time whistle. That's what's happened to me.
I tell you what, there's a lot of Gunner fans
Told you, what did I say
in
about us
the
capitulating
comments. There's a balloon emoji that I've never seen before in the YouTube comments. 2-1 Arsenal. People saying goal. Come on, you Gooners.
Oh my God. We need to settle down. But what did I tell you about United bottling leads? All season we've done it, and we're doing it again. We get way too deep, we get way too defensive, and we throw it away. We wait too long to make subs.
Break. Tighter.
We've got no left back because Tuanzebe's decided he's suddenly playing centre back for the next 30 minutes.
Here's one for you, Dave. Arsenal.
Hey, I love that.
There we go.
A lot of decisions go their way.
Love that.
A lot of fortuitous VAR decisions go their way, Arsenal.
Do they?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a Spurs fan, yeah?
You having a laugh?
Are you having a laugh?
Done over by VAR.
Oh, Smithy, I love you and I'm
Come on.
neutral. But VAR loves you. Let's keep Poch in the job.
Leicester City Harry Kane penalty at Newcastle. There's two that sprint to Martin.
Don't listen to them, mate. They're trying to wind us
You're
up.
Birmingham, Clinton.
I'm both. Birmingham Championship.
No, I believe VAR should be there to implement the correct decision at the right time, regardless of who you support.
But to be fair, that he was so far on. It wasn't even like
I have to say, I'm amazed at the flag.
That is
It's a disgraceful decision.
I'm the linesman. Maguire's there.
Yeah.
You're Maguire.
Clearly on
Go on,
side.
DJ.
And Dave, did that ruin your moment celebrating? Because obviously Joe was very animated. I feel like you didn't have that moment because of the call.
That's not VAR though. That's the liner.
That's Dave.
No, but
that's not VAR.
With that line. I know.
That's a liner.
But we have to say where VAR gets criticised, if VAR wasn't in place, that goal was not stood.
Can you imagine?
The beautiful game.
That's what.
And do you know what Phosphor said that?
just not really Dolly Parton.
Oh no, come on, don't even think stupid. They've not been in this at all, second half.
DJ.
I feel like James is...
Ref! He's got to go.
What is Axel Tuanzebe doing? This last,
second half
Axel
has come out
Tuanzebe,
slow.
first 20 minutes of this second half has been horrific. Absolutely.
Such a lovely pass, that is. That's
He's
a
finishing
pass.
magnificent.
It's a lovely pass.
By the way, is that pass from
Saka.
Saka? Dave, once again, you said Saka should come off. He's been your best player in the first
said we
half.
should get-
He's
it was
assisted
more to
the
get
goal.
Danny Ceballos
Get
on.
behind your players.
Only
Did
you
you
can't
hear that
argue with
pronunciation? Ceballos.
Yeah, you did say Saka should be off at half time.
Unbelievable.
Well, he
Everyone
should have
makes
scored, shouldn't he, then? When it hit thingy.
Give him a chance. He's the youngest player that's ever started this fixture.
I love
Playing
that
very well.
United, what's happened to United this half? Honestly, somebody needs to get in there and just start ripping throats out. Honestly, it's ridiculous.
Would you want?
It's not bloody.
He's the ripping throats out.
Insert crime film.
Do you think
Forget getting people by the scruff
Joe
of the neck.
Tomlinson at
honestly,
half-time?
Throats needs to be got.
This team talk? How would you react to this?
Joe,
Yeah.
brilliant, mate. I love it. I love the passion in it. I like a manager to be like
What are you doing
Joe
here,
is like-
Arsenal?
Joe is like the Neil Warnock.
Joe is like Neil Warnock.
Brilliant. He gets so mad and angry.
Again,
Right, United on the
since
attack
they scored
now.
the goal of they've gone all defensive.
Oh, is that? They're appealing for another handball. Right, again, once again, they're appealing for a
I
handball.
didn't see that.
Penalty.
Old Trafford screaming
Check
out
in,
Jackson.
check in.
To be fair, we haven't seen it. We're looking at a
That
replay.
means I'm
Check
checking,
in.
but I'm not going to give it.
I've got it in here. Yeah, I'm checking, but I didn't give it, so why would we bother
They're
checking?
coming to you,
Yeah.
This could be bad.
He's got his arms by his side.
Pogba thought he'd scored.
Oh, Pogba, that is narrowly wide. It's not given. No
game
penalty.
now, good
Pogba
game.
whips it. Lovely technique on that, and it is
not
narrowly
quite
wide.
enough,
And on that note, we can give you a price boost on your screen right now. Aubameyang score a brace, 9-2 it was. Now 11-2. Don't forget, you must be 18 plus full terms and conditions
You're not giving
apply.
the Kolasinac one. You're not going to give that
Fancy
one.
that, Dave? That
What was that, mate? Oh, that is a great little price boost, that is.
And his next goal will be his 50th goal for Arsenal. He is on,
So
I have
good,
to say,
so
he's on
good.
fire for Arsenal right now.
I couldn't believe it when they actually signed him.
What are you doing, Axel? Honestly, he's having a nightmare 20 minutes there, Axel Tuanzebe. Oh, what?
Yellow ball! Oh, just Lino, mate. You sure ain't a...
You know, like he's right-footed. Just switch him over to the other side. Play him at right back. Play Ashley Young there, who has played there.
And Ashley's having
Played the right
no
side.
traffic come down his wing at the moment.
Exactly.
It's all coming down this right hand side.
Actually, Young's been your best
Oh, ref.
Yes, on Aubameyang, scored in his last 2 appearances against Man United, scored 14 goals in his last 12 Arsenal appearances,
could have
including
been a Man-
6 in 6 Premier League this season. Joint top scorer in the Premier League last season, of course, with Mo Salah and Sadio Mane, Golden Boot shared with 22 goals. This is the impressive one for me, Clinton. 48 goals in 72 games for Arsenal, including 38 in 55 Premier League games. When you consider that the amount of strikers you include that took time to settle in, even on Rees, Jurgen Klinsmann, the Bergkamps, all these great strikers that took time to settle in, you've got to say Aubameyang's numbers are incredible.
Ridiculous. The numbers are there. He's
Can't
one
argue.
of the best in the business. When he gets into that, I'm not telling no word of it like that is a hard finish.
Yeah.
Most strikers will just try to slide that past
Yeah.
the Hey with a save it. He's got the audacity to dink it
dink
over.
him, yeah.
He's just ice cool in front of goal. I tell you one person who gave me the best bit of advice, and I'm dropping a name here, but it's all right.
I got you.
Ian Wright. He said, when
Yeah.
you're in those positions, because you're excited, you think you're going to score, go ice cool.
Yeah.
That's how Aubameyang finishes. How right he did back in the day. Ice cool is a great finish.
So he says, in your most precious situation,
Yeah,
just
just
be
go
as cool.
ice cool. And I said, how do you go ice cool? He just says, I don't know, just think you're going to score the goal, but just relax, because you're all excited when you're in front of goal. Relax, go ice cool. And that was an ice cool finish.
Ice
You know
cool.
the best thing about them stats as well, he's doing it in a bang average Arsenal.
Yeah.
There you
agree.
go.
I agree.
There you go. Look if he was playing in the team that Henry was in.
Yeah.
Wow.
You agree with that, Dave?
Well, even if they play like a cess pet them,
Yeah.
you know, it'd be...
What's happened to United this second half, by the way?
It's not over, Joe. It's not over. Believe me.
66. I feel like there's more goals in this game.
There's a winner. The Solskjaer doesn't get right either is his substitutions.
So you think who would you bring on now, Joe?
I'd go Greenwood now. What's Pereira offered this half?
Yeah, on the right for Pereira. Yeah.
Keep Rashford on, bring Greenwood on for Pereira.
Stinks of Juan Mata coming on, doesn't it?
Does it?
Stinks, yeah, it does. I don't agree with it, but I just think he'll bring him on.
He'll take Jesse off.
No, he won't. He never takes Jesse off.
You don't think?
Jesse usually turns up against Arsenal, doesn't he?
Can he? He can't. Oh, well in.
There's one.
He's got the ball! He's got the ball!
What is that, ref?
He's got the ball!
Honestly, this ref is...
Get him off!
Oh, he spat.
What is this ref doing?
He should have been off. He should have had a yellow.
Right, let's just explain what's happened because.
Do you know what the ref has done? The ref has, ever since that first one he
Told you
got
about this ref earlier,
he's got every decision wrong.
He's got the ball, though.
Let's see this again. Jesse Lingard.
Could walk, actually.
He gets the ball.
Need to see that again.
Could have gone.
Lingard gets 68 minutes on the clock. Jesse Lingard.
Studs up, yeah.
Oh,
He gets the ball.
I think that's worse than Isaac Hayden yesterday myself.
Wow.
Oh,
Jesse Lingard, just to confirm, wasn't booked for the first half. This is his first
Ever since he
yellow
bottled
card
it-
for Jesse Lingard, 67 minutes on the clock.
He should not be on the pitch.
Ever since the ref bottled the first Lingard yellow, he's gone cumulatively incorrect decisions. It's a mess. The linos had a mess. The refs had a mess.
The line over there.
Solskjaer, mess.
Will,
Yeah.
we can breathe. Let's go to you. Social corner. Just remind viewers how to get in touch because there's a lot of talking points in this game. We want people to give us their thoughts. How can they do it?
Yes. Get your questions in using the hashtag TFS on Soccer AM and Football Daily. Was it a penalty? Was it a handball? What was the lino doing? Get your predictions in. What substitutions should be made? And I'll answer the best ones to Joe, to Smithy, to Dave, and to Sir Clinton of Morrison.
No foul. Good defending. Good defending. I love this guy.
We've really bonded you two today. Go on, Will, we'll go to you.
Oh, the ref's got that wrong as well, bet you. Bet you kicked that into his own leg.
One here from an Arsenal fan channel. Dave, do you think Arsenal will be top four at the end of the season
100%.
under Emre?
I think we'll finish third.
Ref's got the ref has got so many decisions wrong in this
You
game.
think Arsenal will be in the top four?
Yeah, definitely, man.
You, Smithy?
I've got to be honest, I do think they will be in the top four, yeah.
I think they'll be above Spurs.
I love you.
I think Arsenal
Not-
and Spurs
not
are the
digging
two
anyone up.
best placed to finish third and fourth.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Whipped in.
Big chance! Has to score! Has to score, Jose!
Scott McTominay with a massive chance!
Oh, you got to score there.
Corner for Man United. Shouldn't have been given a corner. It should have been an Arsenal goal kick. Wow! Clinton.
Talk me through it, buddy.
He is about 6 yards out. Oh, my God. The only thing in his defence does Guendouzi's link.
There's no excuse for that, Smithy.
OK, no excuse. Just I was trying to play
He's
devil's
5
advocate.
yards out. He's
Has to
under
score.
the box. It's easier to score than miss. Yeah. And he's put it over from there.
No excuses.
He's not ice cool there, baby. He's not ice
Absolute
cool. He's flaming
50
hot.
It's cool. 50
He's not ice cool. He's
Not
very
ice cool,
hot.
man.
50 PM. He's in.
Man United are in.
Play
Play him. Quality in the final third. Gamble.
Oh, get
What
out,
is that by
Rashford.
Rashford? That's another howler from the ref.
He's not confident, though. You can see he's not confident.
It's almost like
When he was,
I don't know
when he
whether
first
that's a
come onto
cross
the scene, he
or
was
a
squared up
shot.
David Luiz, gone past
It's a
him and
massive
scored.
deflection, doesn't
It
it?
is a corner.
It's a massive deflection.
More like,
Referee's miles off it.
more like Kevin No Friends after this.
The referee is miles
Then
off the
just
game.
laugh.
He's having a
Yes.
The ref is having an absolute shock.
I agree with you.
It is still 1-0. I'd
Good play. It's good play.
be amazed if we don't see more goals with how open this game is. Just lacking quality in the final third. Big talking points. Get your questions into us.
It is not a question, but a fantastic point.
Go on. Oh, free kick, Man United, surely on the edge of the box there.
Arsenal missed.
Xhaka gives away a free kick on the edge of the box, Joe.
Stupid!
Great play by McTominay. Great physical strength by McTominay.
How many times has Xhaka given away a free kick on the edge of the box, Dave?
That was just stupid. It was quite.
That's good play by McTominay.
I mean, come on.
Crumbs!
Didn't fancy a yellow there, though, ref, no?
Like,
Is that not a
How
yellow?
is he complaining that
Doesn't
that's
fancy
not...
the ref there. The
How
yellow
is
there,
Xhaka
does he?
complaining that's a free kick?
Only one Arsenal player's got a yellow card, and that's Chambers.
How's that
Wow.
happened?
Oh,
This
I
ref.
tell you what, there was a little...
This ref.
United, Young, Pereira, Lingard, Rashford all on yellow.
Should all be off, man.
Only Chambers.
Only-
If Xhaka's got away with... Wow.
This is a great chance for him.
Oh, man,
No
that's-
yellow card for Xhaka there.
Where's
It's a
Harry Maguire?
massive chance for Harry Maguire.
There's no way he would have missed that chance.
No, it's back of the net. Net's breaking it.
If this goes in, you can 3D me through the table, like the Dudley boys.
The Dudley boys.
Yeah, yeah.
Devon, get the table.
You've got a cross and a header.
Yeah.
Or a direct.
No, this is
Don't be offside.
Right, here's a free kick from Man United.
Don't be offside. Don't be offside. Don't be offside.
Why is Guendouzi working Maguire and not one of our centre-halves?
Ball whipped in.
Oh, you've got to gamble.
Again. I can't
Gamble.
believe he's cut it back and not shot.
Axel!
This table's quite hard, actually.
Who's that coming on?
Fred.
Fred the Red.
Someone's coming on the side. I don't know who it is.
But then, like, seriously, why is Guendouzi marking it? He's their biggest threat.
Aubameyang chasing down a lost cause. We saw him score a goal like that last season.
One pundit said
danger
it's
is
the
clear.
goal of the season.
What's that?
One pundit said that.
I know the pundit you're talking about, yeah. Aubameyang, first Arsenal player to score 7+ goals in their first 7 Premier League games of the season since who?
What was the question, mate?
Oh, chance! Oh,
What a game.
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is the first Arsenal player to score 7+ goals in their first 7 Premier League games. of the
Come on,
season.
Mason!
Since who?
Van Persie.
No.
Adebayor.
No.
Another Arsenal.
Yes. Another Arsenal striker.
Adebayor.
Since Ian Wright.
No.
Bergkamp.
No.
Arsenal striker.
Bergkamp.
Dennis Bergkamp in 1997 to 98.
Come on, Greenwood.
Wait.
Was the last player to
Come
do
on,
so.
mate.
Yes, 7 goals in the first 7 Premier League appearances. Corner whipped in United. Danger is cleared. Saka instantly, the man that Dave said, get Saka off half-time. Been directly involved in 4 goals in his 4 appearances in all comps this season, Dave. One goal. Oh, what a save from Leno.
The big man.
Wow.
Crumbs! Look like a traction engine. Look at this. What was it back?
Son, that reminded me of Company. Centre back, yeah, don't shoot from there.
don't shoot from
He did shoot from there.
Give the ball to him.
Greenwood's about to come on, by the way.
If there's a goal, this chair might get broken.
Greenwood and Fred, I think I saw a double substitution. I think
on,
it's a double
Leno.
substitution.
Keeper doesn't want it!
Standard.
Well done. But,
When you nudge a goalkeeper and get... it does my head in. Too much protection, goalkeepers.
They got enough, haven't they?
Yeah.
They got gloves on for a start.
I told you Jesse Lingard would be up. No, I might be
Here
wrong.
is the double substitution.
coming on, bruv.
That'd be Pereira.
It is
Jesse Lingard
see?
coming off.
Always
Clinton, you
takes
did
him
call
off.
that. It is Greenwood, it is Fred coming off. The rain is hammering it down at Old
Will he keep
Trafford.
it? There you go.
Going two up top.
Yeah.
2 up top. Pereira.
So
and
where will
Lingard are
Fred
off.
play?
Fred
What's
and
that
Greenwood
then?
on.
And Pogba push
Double
on.
substitution.
Was that a
Joe?
diamond?
Man United fan happy with those subs?
Yeah, I think Pogba's going to go a little bit more advanced and Greenwood's going to go up and
Pepe.
I think what you might see is James come out to the right, Rashford go out to the left and Greenwood go through the middle.
Rashford.
And also Reece Nelson.
That's a good
is
sub.
on.
It's a good
Nicolas Pepe
Yeah,
off.
just run at him.
Exactly.
Marcus Greenwood, Mason Greenwood, celebrating his 18th birthday tomorrow. What will be his best birthday present, Clinton?
Scoring a goal.
Thank you, Clinton.
Yes, I got one.
They'll be straight down.
There we go. Most goals
still.
scored by subs. Arsenal
gonna win this game.
14 since August 2018. No Premier League club with more goals scored by substitution since August 2018. I'd love to see Reece Nelson on the score sheet now, David.
I would love to see anyone. Get me anyone.
Rob Oldham.
Rob Holding, if he was on.
On the bench, Rob Oldham.
Do you know what I think's been good this game? Dan James.
I said it earlier, Dan James has had a very good game.
Under a lot of pressure.
Baka and Dan James have
Probably
both
Man
been
United's
brilliant.
best player so far this season.
Dan James has been great.
The other two, as I said earlier.
You start Dan James all the time now,
All
don't
the
you?
time, mate. All the time.
He's good on, he's good off the ball. Like, he's quite tidy as well. He hasn't really put too many things
Technically,
wrong
yeah.
tonight.
Fred needs to produce, doesn't he?
Big
Yes.
time. Last couple of weeks.
Better than Matic.
That's not hard, I am.
I was waiting for that. I just wanted to wind him
See him
to
up.
do that. Yeah.
Oh, come on, United. We were having a bit of control a
A
second
little bit of a
ago.
lull in the game now. We'll take your questions very shortly. Will, any questions that have come flooding in? Bit of a lull in the game right now. 75 minutes on the clock, 1-1.
Yeah.
Come on, Reece.
Dave and Joe, a bit more calm than they were.
So bad.
10, 15 minutes
take
ago.
out that you support Spurs.
Okay.
Which team would you rather be playing for at the moment? For you?
Oh, what a
Which
shot.
system would suit a vintage
Clinton,
Clinton?
you'd actually get in the United team, so...
You would.
And I even trained for about 2 years. No, I think...
What's that?
Listen, that's a hard question. I like...
Oh, red!
If I were a Spurs fan, I like both teams.
Oh, Xhaka, he didn't get booked. He did not get booked.
I'd say both
That's
teams.
an elbow.
Long
But
tackle.
There was one Man
elbow.
United, 'cause
Number 9.
how big the
Morrison.
club is. But I do like both.
He's lucky
It's
to be on the
Xhaka and is it Greenwood on the floor?
He is lucky to be on the pitch, Xhaka. He
Xhaka-
didn't get booked for the McTominay tackle.
No, big
This
challenge.
ref has had a howler.
Edge of the box. We all called it. Xhaka lucky not to get booked earlier. This happened in the North London
always
derby
gets
again.
booked, mate.
I think
Xhaka
Greenwood's
gets
going to
booked
score the
now.
winner, you know. So
Let's have a look at this for you, Clinton. Great angle here.
he's left an arm.
How's that not red then?
That's a red card.
How's that not
VAR
red?
needs to check that.
That's like a...
Where's VAR then for that?
Yes,
Granit
I agree with
Xhaka,
you.
Swiss midfielder booked, captain of Arsenal, of course. Elbow to the head.
That is naughty.
Red card for you, Clinton?
Yes, a red card. Or
Few
at least have a
decisions
look
going
at
Arsenal's way,
on
Dave
VAR.
Jackson.
Come in, it's coming,
Do
baby.
you actually, no, honestly though,
That was a yellow, at least.
at least.
It's like a Wade Barrett elbow.
But even if you think that was a yellow, the challenge before, on the edge of the box...
That's definitely 2 yellow. He shouldn't be.
But what, that's a red.
Two yellows don't make a right, though.
He's hitting with his forearm.
Granit Xhaka again, living dangerously.
We're never overtime.
Well, let's go to you in social corner. What are people saying?
Yeah, so the one I got to earlier, it was Harry Tyson. He was saying Arsenal look a much weaker side without Aaron Ramsey.
Well, that's obvious, isn't it? He's a very good player. But I think we look even more weaker without Alexandre Lacazette. I think he would have been a difference today.
Yes, very good.
Joe Willock
footballer.
looks like he's warming up.
coming on.
Oh, come on.
Dave, do you think he'll take...
I think it's
Xhaka
probably...
off? He's worried about the yellow card,
I think
do
it's
you
probably
think?
going to be Saka. I think he'll take Saka off.
He really wants Xhaka.
Lovely.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
great play by Fred. That.
Could be
Lovely,
right.
it's,
He won't take off Guendouzi. will
Yeah.
he?
I think
You
we'll
might
drop...
not. Don't you think he'll take off? Has Nicolas Pepe already come off?
He's already
He's
come off,
off.
yeah.
Pepe's off. He came off for Reece Nelson.
Go on. This is the trouble with having a centre back at left back. Now James knows he's going to be 2-on-1 here because he can't overlap.
Right, no foul, no foul.
Well played, Daniel James. Brilliant football from Daniel James. And he wins another... Joe, he has been your best player today.
He's been great. Isn't
Brilliant game from Daniel
he?
James.
So tidy on the ball.
He never looks out of...
As well, isn't it?
For someone who covers a lot of ground, he never looks
So
out of breath,
strong.
does he?
He's so strong for a little bloke.
Fitness levels as well.
So
no one
strong
talks about
for a
that.
little man.
So
I
fit.
like him. And he's only going to get better.
You know, if you're a fan in the stand, he's direct, isn't he? So he's just brilliant.
You
But
love
that's
him,
what you
yeah,
want,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what you want.
He's
I mean,
off your
the stadium,
seats.
you love him.
Yeah,
He's
he's
one
off
of
your
those players
seats.
that you're like,
You
oh,
get
here
off
we
your
go.
seats for, yeah.
Come on. Let's have another McTominay.
Corner.
Let's have it land on Maguire's head this
Here
time.
we go, Maguire's.
He isn't even watching the ball there. Wow, Ashley
you hate
Young.
that?
Wow, Ashley Young.
Stayed in.
Stayed in.
Line those flags down.
Oh, wow.
You're 30 yards out on your right
Weaker
foot,
foot.
Fred. Come on.
Weak foot.
Do you ever watch it? You know, when you're at a stadium now, you know, because we watch games on the internet. You ever at a stadium and still think you're behind?
Yes, I do know what you mean.
No, I haven't felt that being
You
at
know what I mean?
stadiums.
It's just a glitch in the matrix, mate.
That's what it is. Well, Joe thinks we're in a simulation. But that's
We are.
100%.
100%.
Are we in a simulation? Get your questions in and using the hashtag.
Here we go.
TFM.
Substitution, Dave.
Yeah,
Go
it's
win
good,
it.
it's good. I think he's been fantastic today.
Saka is coming off. He's been brilliant.
He's had a good game.
Brilliant game from Saka.
Brilliant.
He's a
He's
real,
probably
real
been your
talent
best
now.
player.
Probably has. I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I think he's probably been your best player.
18 years of age.
Mental, innit? Yeah, it's good.
Unreal.
And another young player
James,
as
the
well.
best players on the pitch, sums it
When
up.
did
Yeah.
you break in to start playing?
I made my debut at 17.
When was your Premier League debut?
17.
17. Wow. What was that like playing in the Prem at that age?
Ask me what else could happen on that day. What else could happen?
Pass your driving test?
Go on.
No, I made my debut. What else could happen when I come on the pitch?
What else could happen when you come on the pitch? There we go.
Dude, that's why we got him at Blues. Keep right on, brother.
Was that one of your best moments of your career?
Oh, definitely. You don't think, you always dream about being a professional footballer, but to actually score on your debut.
Fred.
Brilliant. I
Who
think
was
I
it
scored
again?
on my debut.
That's it. Make him failure.
Palace, Republic of
That's a great
Ireland.
ball. Oh no!
Maybe Birmingham as well. Birmingham as well.
On your debut,
maybe,
yeah.
Maybe not Birmingham. I'm trying to think. I can't remember.
Come on,
but
Xavier, give him an
definitely
option.
Palace.
Oh
and
my
Ireland.
God, I can't do
Brilliant.
it to Xavier. What is he doing?
It's better. It's
He
better.
looks uncomfortable at left back to Xavier, don't he?
Yeah. It's
What is he doing? He's all over the gaff. He's absolutely
Will
all
we
over
get
the gaff.
a winning goal?
And
you
it
get a winning
mad.
goal.
And it
Nervous last 10 for Dave and Joe.
Isn't it mad that Fred cost £50 million?
Well, that was not a foul. That was not
Tell
a
you what,
foul.
boys.
How dreadful has he been?
Oh, it's kicking off a bit there.
This ref has been dreadful from start to finish.
Right, boys, same question to both of
gonna
you.
cost
1-all.
you.
Do you take a point now, Dave? You
I would
have to
take a
get
point away from home. I'll tell you.
Joe, do you take a point? Oh, both take a point. Surprised you, Clint.
Show where they are. No, I'm only joking. But it is probably, I think, a good point for Arsenal. I think Man United won it, wouldn't you, Joe? 3 points.
I don't know. That Saka chance was massive, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're right, to be fair.
That and the Scott McTominay chance, I think probably...
Them two chances.
A draw is a
Yeah.
fair result
Yeah.
in this game, in my opinion. But
I think there's going to be a winner.
the ref...
I'll tell you who, though.
That is dodge, isn't it? What is happening? United is trying to pass around the back in these conditions. Who football? Oh, no. Get after it, Scott boy.
He's done all
Atmosphere
right.
as well at the stadium feels like it's just hit a lull, isn't it, a little bit? Oh.
It's just such a stupid
McTominay's been all right.
That's strong
right.
challenge.
You know who this game's screaming out for, but he's gone.
Go on.
Fellaini.
It would have been.
I love of all the players that Man United have also produced. He's gone for Fellaini.
He scored the winner in last season in this
Go
one.
on, DJ. Get on him. Go on, DJ.
No, not last one. 2 years ago.
He used to hate him.
Oh, no, play on.
Good goal.
Oh, get
Ball
up,
whipped
Leno.
in from Pogba. Collision between Leno and Rashford. Both are down. Both
Stay
looks
down
like they're
for a
going to be
minute.
okay.
Stay down.
Socrates is coming to check on his teammate.
Leno's playing clever here.
It's good.
Yeah.
Last bit of play from Daniel James. Pogba overhitting that pass, it looks like, and a strong collision.
Yes.
I think they're going to be all right, aren't they? Just running the clock down, Clint, this isn't it?
Do you know the worry for United
Clever
is?
play from the
Do you
goalkeeper.
know the worry for United is this is pretty much bar Wan-Bissaka our best team. Like Arsenal, at least they've got players to come back.
No, Martial. I think you've missed him massively. You know?
Yeah, I did forget.
Yeah, I think you've missed him up front because he just brings something different.
He does. Yeah,
I like
totally
Martial.
forgot about
Yeah.
Martial. United though, and Arsenal, both of them, like. That's great.
Oh, come on, everything's stupid.
Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Don't foul him.
Oh, well.
Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Just stay there. Don't foul him. Done well. Done brilliant.
No! Wow, referee! Honestly,
I don't get that. I don't get that.
Dave, you are applauding as if it's the right decision.
Fantastic officiating there, man.
I've never.
He's got everything right, this ref and his lines, hasn't he? Top to
Wow.
Stay down, take a minute.
Come on, that's...
You know.
stinks.
That is.
I really want a Fratella.
We know what the Old
bad man
Trafford,
team.
crowd thought of that.
What do you think of that?
He's done well.
He was fouling Rashford as much as Rashford.
And his hardest to win the ball back.
But it was given. Arsenal breathe a sigh of release. Bernd Leno has the ball. He's going to lump it upfield. Not going to go short on the 83rd minute. He does that, lumps it upfield. The game is just sizzling out a little bit. Are we
How
going
does
to
the
see a
ball
late
travel
winner?
90 yards and get beaten in the air, Ashley Young?
I think if anyone's going to score,
Oh, nice.
it's Arsenal for me.
You think? Yeah.
Anyone's going to
We don't want that, do we?
Look across
we don't
the
want that.
Exactly.
If anyone's going to score a late winner, it looks like Arsenal. I just think.
Why? Just
players have
leave
got-
it. Just
got-
juice it. Just, come on.
I agree, Smith.
Yeah.
Come on.
United are
82
playing with
minutes
fire.
gone.
Question
Axel
from
Tuanzebe,
Daniel
Howard coming in.
Carlson. Has Axel Tuanzebe been the worst player so far for United?
Yeah, he's been terrible. Second half, he's okay first, I thought, but second half, he's been all over the gaff.
Playing out position.
That'd be-
Exactly, he's also playing
Yeah.
a long way out of position on his weak foot against a very good attack.
Exactly.
Against the player who's cost £70 million, by the way. Right. That's so poor.
Another
Foul him,
miss-
foul him, foul him, got to foul
Another
him.
misplaced pass from Man United.
Take your time. Take your time.
I think there's a red card somewhere.
Yeah.
That down there.
I think a penalty at the
Rashford
side.
red, Rashford red.
You reckon? Lose his head? Be a bit...
Xhaka's still on the yellow, still on the pitch as well.
Isn't it mad that we live in a world where Xhaka's still playing in this game?
Oh no.
Put him in.
This is dangerous, you know.
Sabas floats it in.
United on the counter.
Just one team wins it, another team wins it. It's just so bitty, isn't it?
It really is.
Very bitty. I think Guendouzi's
Go on,
played
Danny
very well,
James.
you know. Guendouzi's had a good game for
Oh
Arsenal.
no, oh no. Oh,
Callum
no.
Chambers ain't got it in his locker, has he?
All right, this is it. David Luiz.
Corner for
up from the
Arsenal.
back.
David Luiz
Once.
scores, you can put me through, you can power
Dave, we
bomb me.
feel like the
There'll be a
celebration's
goal
been
from
denied.
United
Will we see
breaking.
Dave Jackson if this goes in?
break.
Daniel James.
Yeah.
David Luiz. Watch it come. David Luiz, head up.
Clint
Back
just had a very
post.
good point. He said there's going to be a goal from this corner, but who's it going to be?
Man United on the counter.
Man United on the counter-attack.
No.
Can you imagine how Joe would react to that?
I know
man?
it'd be impressive.
I want to see a goal just
I
for
want
the,
to
for the
see a
stream.
goal.
Just for these two. For someone.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
my
wow.
gosh. What
It's
is it
another
done there?
corner.
We go
for
again.
Arsenal, Dave.
We go again,
Look
Dave.
at Joe. This is what it means. This is what Man United are doing to Joe Tomlinson today.
That is the best he's ever looked, mate, with that pillar over his
Wow. It's got deep. That is deep.
I'll bet you. Come on, straight on David Luiz's head. It's coming.
Ball's whipped in.
Oh my gosh.
There it is. Here we go,
United on the
Clint.
counter.
Here we go, Clinton! Climb the
Clinton
beacon!
has said Man United will score from this Arsenal corner, by the way. There's a lot to do
Come on,
still.
DJ, run him!
Daniel James is running. Oh.
First time he's messed it.
Willock's good defending.
Penalty. Whoa!
Wow, that was an interesting collision.
That's got to be a yellow ball.
A yellow.
Wow, this referee is top
I
draw.
thought it was
man.
going to happen there.
This referee is top draw.
Ashley Young sent him too wide.
85 minutes on the
ball,
clock.
yeah.
1-1 between Manchester United and Arsenal at Old Trafford. They are slowing the game down, Arsenal.
Is it a throw-in?
As Callum Chambers looks to take the throw. Will, what are people saying on social? Are Arsenal and United fans pleased with the draw? Would they take the draw?
I think both but I think both sets of fans really don't know what they want at the moment.
I'd David take a draw at this stage.
I think both sets of defences are that bad.
Wow, what is that, by the way? What was that by Maguire?
Have we got any more subs?
Probably he's.
Because if he's not 100%, I don't want him against Daniel James for the last 5. That's stupid.
He's on a yellow as well.
He's on a yellow. He's already injured. This is stupid.
Arsenal made all 3 substitutions, Dave.
And that's good, is it?
Go on, Harry.
That's a good question. I answered it, mate. That was all.
Nice, Mason. Well done, Paul.
Play. Good.
Give it back to Pogs. What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to erupt with that
Waste
goal.
it.
By
Either
the way,
way.
we all want a goal. Will we see a goal? Give us your score
What is
predictions
that by Ashley
right
Young?
now.
What on
Let
earth
us
was
know
that by
your
Ashley
score
Young?
predictions.
2-1, 1-1. That's it.
I love Will Brazier.
There's a lot of spam in the
He'll give it away again.
Ashley Young on the ball. Just feels like it's...
Go on, Stan!
Arsenal on
Take
the
him
counter-attack.
out. Come on.
Pace, gas, pace.
Drive into that box.
How bad is Ashley Young been? Again.
Arsenal driving. Oh, that is... Oh, my word.
Hang on, that one's coming through as well. Uber.
Ceballos.
Can we get an Uber?
Wow.
Can we get an Uber in for that ball?
What happened there, Dave?
Yeah, he's so...
If that's FIFA, you've got to put a little finesse on that, a little R1 and circle. If you're on PlayStation, if you're on Xbox, I don't know.
They've scored you with that one.
That's bad.
Wow.
Ball back.
It goes behind
Other
87
taxi
minutes
services
on
are
the clock,
remaining.
Dave. Who did you give your man of the match to, Clint?
That's a good question.
Saka or Daniel James for me are the standout players.
Go on, DJ, get him! He's knackered and he's on a yellow.
Dive.
Wow! Get him off then!
He's been booked, Cam.
I actually think...
Oh,
He has
my
been booked
God,
Chambers as
Red.
well.
I actually think Guendouzi's had a good game as well. Is that another... He's got one like that. I think Guendouzi's played well for
Harry
Arsenal.
Maguire, what is that?
Do we...
Oh, Mason!
Joe, do we...
Daniel James on the attack here.
Oh, not enough bodies in the box.
Where's Rashford? Rashford's at the back.
Handball!
Where's
He's a Man
Rashford?
United player there.
How's Rashford played
Wow,
90
look at that
minutes?
strength from Maguire.
That's
Get off
bad.
me.
That's bad. That's bad. This is bad. This is bad.
Last chance for Man United.
Maguire.
88th minute on the clock. Maguire running in.
Still Maguire!
What's he doing? Like he's Messi, man in the box!
His feet there, but
Come on, Danny.
I love Harry Maguire, but his feet there.
Oh, go on, Ashley.
Oh, what an interception by Ashley! It's it! It's it! McTominay!
This is Danny
Ashley Young.
Daniel James back post, Clint. Oh.
How long did he want that? How long did he want? I hate him! How long did he want?
Ball whipped in.
What a ball!
Oh, it's a terrible ball.
Man United just missed that.
I've had enough of Ashley Young in his team!
They missed that Lukaku, big guy when the ball.
Man United missed Lukaku. Says
You know the
Clinton
big
Morrison,
guy.
Joe.
I just feel they miss out on a big striker when they're whipping a ball in like that. There's just no one there.
No one there.
Joe, you don't think so?
Well, you don't have to be 30 foot tall to win that one in, Clinton.
I'd have got that. I'd have got...
Will Brazier might have got that.
Exactly. Crouch you would have struggled to get on that one. Ashley Young's delivery is absolutely joke. I love some DPD.
I love the fact yet again Will Brazier, the tallest man we've ever had on the show, we give him the smallest chair all the time. Look, look here.
Drive, Scotty.
No,
Chance for United.
No.
Handball!
Give a free kick.
Give it penalty.
Joe,
No,
this
it's a
is
free kick, and Marcus Rashford's going to put it in the
Joe,
top
this
corner.
is a chance for Man United.
Oh, Pogba. Last kick of the... I called it 2-1.
Mason Greenwood takes free kicks both feet.
Does he?
What, at the same time, like that?
Can do.
David Luiz. Let's have a look at this now. Scott McTominay, yes,
It's
a
a
definite
foul.
free kick. David, what is David Luiz doing there again?
Just doesn't defend properly
This is a big
sometimes.
chance.
89. I'll tell you what.
I got a few Arsenal friends that'll be gutted.
I can't watch.
They haven't actually scored there. They haven't even taken the free kick.
I know, exactly. We're just,
give Rashford,
we're just building it up.
Joe, who do you want over this?
Rashford's going to take it, Joe, you know.
Greenwood.
You want Greenwood over this?
He's not even near the ball,
If
mate.
Ashley Young scores this, you need to get him on the back of that
Ashley
shirt.
Young
You need to get him on the back of that shirt now.
It's Rashford. What, Fred's thinking of taking
Get
it.
me
You
a
want
printing
Fred or
press.
Rashford?
I tell you what, for the stream, this could be one of the biggest moments in the football social if this goes.
If this goes into Rose Ed, there's TVs getting broken in this room, I'm telling you.
I could run.
That's a 50-inch plasma. That would make
It's
sense.
right on the edge of the box. We're in the 91st minute.
It took 4 minutes to get
4
ready.
minutes
You know
in
where?
additional
Go
time.
Leno's side, skid it in there, really drive it
Oh,
in
imagine if he
Leno's
goes
side.
under.
Got to hit the target,
He's
Joe.
lying down. He's lying down at the back.
Got to hit the target.
I also think there's a pen.
Why is Greenwood not on this?
What do you mean by flying V? What
I know.
He's hitting his wall.
This is bad, man. This is bad. This is so bad.
Surely they are going to take their time with this.
Mate, hit the target. That's all
Hit
you have
the
to
target,
do.
that's
Don't
it.
go over. Hit
Surely
the
Ashley Young and
target.
McTominay need to move towards the ball because they're going to turn.
If it
surely.
hits the
What are
back
they
of Ashley
doing?
Young, I will leave this room.
Why are they
If
not?
it hits the back of Ashley
Why are they
Young,
not? Why are your Man United players not looking at the ball? I don't.
Nah, they will
Ashley
move.
Young,
They will
I'm
move,
leaving.
Smithy. As soon as he's going to...
Oh, big save! Oh, he's missed it!
That was a chance. That
Big
Greenwood.
chance! That was a big chance, Joe.
Save, Leno!
From Leno. It's unreal saving it.
Great save.
Why did Gwen do it again?
Oh, wait.
Daniel James, that is superb tackle. What a challenge.
Did he hit the post? Did he save it? What?
Can we talk about that tackle from Daniel James there?
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Wow.
Dump it in.
He's
Maguire.
literally won
Got
the
to get
ball again.
Maguire up.
Come on, ref.
Could change United season if they win
You
this.
just want the whistle now today,
Yeah,
do you?
yeah, big time, big time.
Get it forward.
Oh no, not Ashley Young.
Oh, wow.
Not Lindelof. Come on, what are you doing?
What was that?
What have you seen?
What's he done?
Here is the replay, the free kick.
Oh, he's seen it late as well.
That is a good save. That is a good save.
But you know what? If he goes low, I don't think he saves it. I don't think he saves it.
It's a height for him.
If he hits it in there, it's
Yeah.
perfect. Oh no.
Chance for Arsenal.
Cut it back! What is that? So poor!
Nelson's weak. That is a great chance.
That is a
Joe
big
Willock has done so well there.
Man United on the counter-attack,
But you know what?
92
You know that
minutes
chance is
on the
better than the
clock.
United free kick chance.
You
That
think?
yeah, because he's got no wall in front of him. It's rolling.
He's
so he
left-footed.
hits it clean.
Son.
Oh
Big
my,
chance.
it's such a big chance.
Just no quality in this game whatsoever.
Give it Lindelof.
Give it into Mason
I feel
Greenwood.
like
Give
there's
it
one more
into Mason
chance
Greenwood.
coming, Clinton. I
there is as
feel like
well.
there's one more
I hope
chance
it's
coming.
horrible. Come on,
Give it
ref.
into Greenwood now.
Turn!
Corner, corner!
Corner. Oh.
Goal kick.
That is a big chance for Nelson there, man. Massive chance.
That was the last
now.
big chance.
That is a draw now, you're right.
That was the last big chance.
Well played.
Big chance for Man United, a big chance for Arsenal.
Yeah, our place.
And a half chance for Man United. Wow. Will we get
I
one
really
more
thought that
chance
free
on the
kick was gonna
stream?
win.
You think he was going to go in?
Yeah.
Good save, though.
Good save.
But Joe's right. If it's
It
lower...
goes low. It goes in.
Chance in this game at Old Trafford. Arsenal with possession.
Do you know what they say? Never put it, head it back in. Ashley Young heads it back straight in the danger area. Give it back Arsenal.
Tickle him.
Do you like Ashley Young, Joe?
Last one.
It's Young again, is it? It's Young again.
Louise up there now, come on, boy!
It's Young again. It's Young again.
If Leno has got to
Just
go
play
up.
every time now.
Honestly.
He just got to. He's got to go up.
Get Youngie on.
Socrates, get back! We'll take the point now. Get back down the pitch.
Oh, great.
What's Youngie doing there? Why is he giving fouls away in the 93rd minute?
Absolutely stupid.
He's
Get
bringing him
Socrates
back.
back.
He's bringing
Get
him
him
back.
back.
They
Get him back. We'll take.
Arsenal are happy with the draw.
Yeah, we'll take the point now. Socrates, get back in. Oh,
Pathetic, this is. He's gone for long. Touch, pause, engage. Go. Oh, he's done him. He's done him.
Go on.
He's done it.
Oh, wow.
Save.
That sums
He's
up the
giving
game.
a foul. He's giving a foul.
Wow, he's given a foul.
I knew he'd give a foul there. I knew he'd give a foul.
Is he giving a foul?
I think he has.
No, he hasn't.
No, I
He
don't think he
pointed
has.
to
did
something.
he?
Wait.
He's not
You
giving
think
a
he's
foul.
given a foul? I don't think
He's
he
giving a
has.
foul. Look. Wait.
That is not
Look at
a
the
foul.
line.
No.
See, he's giving
There
a
is
foul.
no way that is a There is no way that is a free kick.
I told you.
How has he given that?
Little tug on the old shirt.
Get out, Clinton. And never foul.
94
Come on,
minutes on the
David
clock.
Luiz.
4 minutes injury time.
Hey, what are we going for? David Luiz to score the winner, Joe.
This is it.
Wow.
We found
Ashley
the
Young own
football.
goal incoming.
This is the
Brazier.
moment I was born for.
You can have all the fruit tellers in the world.
Ashley Young own goal incoming.
Manchester United counter-attack.
How has this been given as a free kick, by the way?
This goes in.
If this goes in,
Come on.
it's the 94 minutes, the last chance.
First bit of quality in the whole
Big
game.
chance for Arsenal. Ceballos is over it. He's going to whip the ball in.
And that's good, is it?
They not know we're doing a live stream.
Full time.
There is the full-time whistle. It finishes Man United 1, Arsenal 1. Unai Emery
take that.
and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer shake hands. Joe Tomlinson and Dave Jackson shake hands. Clinton Morrison and Will Brazier randomly shake hands. And these are the full-time scenes. Aubameyang with a great equaliser, cancelling out Scott McTominay's great strike. Two good goals, actually, has to be said. Clinton, which manager will be the happier of the two at that point?
Neither. United were terrible
Yeah,
tonight.
Man United were probably terrible, but they were good in the first half. Arsenal, I think, will be happy at the point. Away from home.
Away from home.
Still playing against Man United. Whatever you can say about Man United, they're still Man United. So going to Old Trafford to get a point is a good result for Arsenal. How Arsenal played in the first half. Yeah.
And I think, to be fair, I think a draw is probably a fair result.
Yeah. Fair result?
Both teams had the
Yeah,
same quality of chances. You mirror like Saka's up with McTominay's header. You mirror the free kick from Rashford up with Reece Nelson
Chance
at the
there,
end.
yeah.
But the big call, Joe, the penalty that United didn't get given at 2-0, does that change the game
It's
for
one
you?
of the worst refereeing performances I've ever seen. Like, consistently incorrect decisions. Every time he made one wrong, he tried to make it right by giving it to the opposition, and then that decision was wrong as well.
I think that's it, because it's not like it was one big howler. It was constantly bad.
Constant fouls. Like the Lino giving that offside
was-
where he's 10 yards off.
Xhaka.
Just
not off.
her elbow,
Yeah.
and then the foul on McTominay. But then equally, you could say that
Oli
United
was
had
smiling. He looks like... He's happy with that point.
Yeah, I don't think he thought he was going to
not
get
a terrible
anything
result.
from the game. It's not a terrible result.
But given the state of that
the
Manchester
injuries
United
they've had
team right
as
now,
well,
no
yeah.
Wan-Bissaka, Rashford playing at 30%, Martial.
Played the whole game, Rashford, as well.
Yeah, he did.
90 minutes, Will.
Mad, isn't
But equally, neither team's going to be happy. They're just going to be
Man United had
satisfied of it.
Aubameyang, they would have won this game today.
Yeah,
I just
Rashford
believe
was
you
nowhere,
have
was it?
better possession. I don't think Rashford's the number 9. I like him on the wing. I like him
Yeah.
out wide.
I think that's what Rashford needs to
Martial's
do, is
better through the
decide on
middle.
his best position. I think that's affecting
That's
him
what I
for
mean,
United,
it's
affecting him for
affecting him.
England.
Yes,
I also think as well that
Booed,
both
yeah.
teams will probably be happy with the result, but I don't think either team will be happy with the performance.
Yeah, I
There were
agree.
so many
Yeah,
individual
okay,
errors and
yeah, fair
misplaced passes.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
McTominay had a good game.
I
He had
thought
a good game. I'm not
McTominay
gonna
and
do-
James had a
yeah,
good game.
yeah,
I thought
I can't-
Saka and I thought Guendouzi had a good game
Yeah,
as well.
for Arsenal,
I'll tell you who had a bad game. Pepe.
I thought he was going to say.
wasn't great.
I thought he was going to say his favourite
Oh,
mate.
but actually, yeah. Because it's more rare for him to have a good one. I can't remember, if a Man United fan's watching that can remember the last time Ashley Young put a good performance, please let me know. I ain't seen it in 3 for 4 years.
I love this guy, man. He's funny. He don't care, man. He says how it is.
And obviously,
Seriously?
next Football Social, Ashley
Played a
Young
lot of
gets
World
our
Cup
best.
minutes, didn't he, Ashley
Yeah,
Young?
he's
A lot
our
of World
next-
Cup minutes, not hundreds of years ago. That was only summer before
but
last.
that's
It's
not
difficult.
tricky,
He's
though,
not.
isn't
He's not a
Famous
fullback.
tricky,
They've turned him
Not
into
a right
fullback.
back, is
He
he?
was a good winger. He was a good winger.
We had to suffer
really
for him
good
pre-Wan-Bissaka. We've now have to suffer for him again while Wan-Bissaka's got tonsillitis. Unfortunately, our left-back options behind Shaw are Tuanzebe, Marcos Rojo, who is even worse, and Ashley Young. Rojo's still getting minutes, and we tried to sell him to Everton.
So, you know,
That's the level we're at.
and that's...
Yeah, he does not want to give up his last Rojo. Right, let's have a look at the Premier League table as it stands. Here it is.
to 4.
Man United move into the top half of the table, 9 points from 7 games played. Arsenal jump to 4th, equal with West Ham, very tight there. Leicester 14, Arsenal, West Ham 12, and then a host of teams on 11. Big gap as well, Clinton, at the top between 1st and 2nd.
It's all
Liverpool.
over. It's all ahead of every other team in the Premier League, and everyone's got a lot of catching up to do, and that's the standard you set, and everyone's trying to catch them too. But it's interesting. Look at it. It's quite tight.
Very, very
It's
tight.
Even one of my old teams, Crystal Palace.
Yeah, you've been pleased with Crystal Palace?
Yeah, I've been really pleased with them. Hopefully they can stay in the top 10. It will be hard, but let's pray.
What a season that would be if they stay in the top 10.
definitely.
Have a look at the bottom half. Watford fans, what has gone wrong for you this season so far? 2 points from 7 played, minus 16 goal difference as well. Newcastle as well. Newcastle struggling, 5-0 defeat on the weekend in the Super Sunday game against Leicester, and Aston Villa make out the bottom 3.
I just think that'll be the bottom 3.
Do you? You think that'll stay the bottom 3?
Yeah.
Is that you, as a Birmingham fan, looking at that with Aston Villa?
No, I think, well, I don't like Villa, but when it comes to being, but I just think, like we were talking earlier, they should have seeded out that Arsenal game and they didn't bother doing it. So I think Dean Smith's a bit too offensive.
Got to talk top 4 because these are 2 teams primed for top 4, Clinton. Having watched this game, what's your top 4 in the order now? End of the season.
Oh, that's so difficult. But I'm going to go. Oh, my. It's the top one. It's so hard. I still believe Man City are going to win it. I want Liverpool to win it. I want Liverpool to win it. But I just can still see Man City closing that gap. So I'll go Man City, Liverpool, but I hope Liverpool win. Obviously Tottenham, because I'm not going to never go. And then I can't pick the 4th. I can't
pick the 4th.
I think it's between Leicester.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw Leicester in it. Chelsea will come good.
Yeah.
Arsenal, I did predict Arsenal at the start of the season.
Yeah.
And don't rule out Man United. Do not rule out Man United. Joe will sit there and rule out Man United because he's.
Will you rule out Man United,
disappointed,
Joe?
But don't rule them
Rule
out.
them out because I think everybody in that top 4 race is rubbish.
Apart from the top 2.
Apart from the top 2, So literally anything could happen. I think
could happen,
January is going to be a massive month for transfers.
is,
That could. I think the January transfer window will decide who gets in the top 4.
Dave, what are your thoughts, top 4?
I think Liverpool win the league. I think
Yeah.
Man City 2nd, Arsenal 3rd, and I think Chelsea 4th.
Do you?
Yeah.
Can I change that? I said Arsenal fourth, didn't I?
Yeah.
No, Man United or Chelsea. I was going to take good, then he said no Tottenham in there.
By the way, I said 1-0. I was the only one that predicted the right result, was I?
Did you?
I did say 1-0.
You did, mate.
Well done.
Unlucky again, Braz, yeah. 3-0 nearly there.
Will, 3-0, is this ever going to come good?
Well,
It will one day.
I'm stuck now. Imagine if it's like when you put your same lottery numbers on for 20 years.
Just about to say lottery numbers, yeah.
Well, we should do more. But it's like, if I don't do it, I'm quitting to lose. And the odds on that are unbelievable.
So what
But-
do you say? Free every show?
Yeah,
Every show.
Every show.
But when the fun stops, you've got to stop.
Yeah. Good point. Well made.
Will, do you want to get any final comments from the stream? What are
Yeah,
people saying?
obviously the big
Fair result, do you think, from people?
Yeah, I think the big question point was where do we stand on the whole VAR debate? Was it a positive addition? Because obviously we saw one good element of it with the Maguire offside, but then we saw one horrific element, Joe, of it as well.
Yeah, I just think that it just continuously needs to be refined. Like at the moment, it's not ready. Like it feels like it's undercooked, doesn't it? Like they haven't got it right, but we're still using it, so we're like learning on the job.
Yeah.
And we may as well have just kept the refs making their own decisions because it's exactly the same debate happening as when we were having refs make their own decisions. I think that it obviously got the goal right, but then for me it was a penalty. I think he leans his arm into it. So
Would we be
it's just
happy
tip for
if we just had VAR for offsides? You know, like them, and then like took handballs out of it.
Do you know what my thing is, right, with VAR? Having been in the stadium, watching games and watching it on TV, is that they slow the game down. You create uncertainty for fans in the stadium to look at 1 millimetre or the tiniest of margins for offside. Whether that's right or wrong, irrelevant. If you're going to do that to make offside decisions right, OK. But then if you're going to do that, then at least look at these blatant penalty decisions, which we all agree are or aren't, or they get wrong, and at least overturn them. Because all they say is, as long as my description matches what the referee says, we won't overturn it. But if you're going to spend minutes, and it is minutes, looking at an offside decision, do the same with penalties. Like the Bournemouth one at Southampton, I was in the office at Sky, every single person around me said that's a penalty and it wasn't given.
Yeah,
so
embarrassing.
if that goes to VAR, then use that to turn it round. Rather help the referees.
They don't want to overturn them, though.
Don't make it worse for the referee.
They don't want to overturn the ref's decision.
They don't. They don't want to re-referee the game. That's what they say on the referee's course that you go to VAR. Stop your part. We don't want to re-referee the game.
You literally have to re-referee the game to make the different decision.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're just.
do you know why as well? It worked at the World Cup. The reason it worked at the World Cup was because the ref could go and look at the screen and go, I actually didn't get that right. I'm going to make my own decision on the incident.
Yeah, I agree.
Bring that in. Why have we not got the screens on the side?
And the interesting thing is as well, we all thought there'd be more penalties because of VAR. Yeah. We're seeing less. I haven't seen a penalty overturned yet, I don't think.
No.
We've seen a penalty overturned?
No.
Because they don't
But
want
if they have the screen on the side, you don't need to re-ref because the ref himself can go, I didn't get that quite right. Whereas when you have a person saying you didn't get that quite right, then it's uncertainty, it's versus opinion.
It is available, the screen is available.
Ain't it different? Because
Yes,
I remember Ross Barkley had the header, I think Chelsea in the Champions League, and the guy handballed it, but his hand was here. It wasn't, and I've seen worse one tonight, and it was given.
Yeah.
But the ref's gone over to the side of the pitch, had a look, and it's totally different. So we're playing catch up again.
Why don't they look at the screen?
Well, they can look at the screen, it's available.
So they can.
But
Why don't they? Why don't they?
Well, it's because they don't want to re-referee the game. So that as long as the description matches...
Why doesn't the ref go to the side pitch?
That's what I mean.
Fair point.
That's what I'd rather the ref go.
That's not them being re-ref. That's them making their own mind up with technology, which is the whole point of VAR.
But they trust the decision of VAR. That's why they
you
don't
know
look
what?
at it.
And the other one, when you score a goal, you celebrate. You've gone and celebrated.
Yeah, look, it ruined Dave's
take all the emotions out of the
Ruin your
game.
celebrations.
No, but that wasn't VAR. That was the lino stinking.
Oh yeah, but I mean, there's other decisions. VAR.
Yeah.
So,
You know what we need to do? What they did with Area 51. Everyone descend on Stockley Park. That's what we need to get down there.
Get in there.
Right,
Pick Mike
we
Riley
could be
up.
chatting about VAR all night. We don't have the time, but we can hear from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He spoke to Jeff Shreves after the game.
Oba, just a point. What do you make of that?
Yeah, we take it. We take it. We were 1-0 down, so we came back. I think the team fight very well today. And yeah, we take a point. We know that it's always hard to come here. And yeah, as I said, we take it.
Is it even harder to come back when they score right before half-time?
Yeah, of course, you know, it's not easy when you We came back in the second half with a great spirit. Last week we came back as well, so this week as well. We need to maybe start with more strength, more confidence, because yeah, we have power and we can do great things. So yeah, that's it.
You used the word strange. That's probably the best description of the goal and the way it came about. Tell us about it from your point of view.
Yeah, I think we we took the ball from Bukayo gave me a great pass. I was sure that I was not offside. I was surprised that the referee whistled, but I just finished as usual. I try to always score, even if the whistle of the referee. But yeah, that's it.
Did you get any sense that the Manchester United players or the goalkeeper had stopped at all?
Yeah, I just hear the crowd saying that it was offside, but then it was goal. So yeah, I was happy.
Does it take away any of the joy, the delay that you have before you can properly celebrate?
Yeah, of course. You know, you cannot celebrate 100%, you know, but it's okay. I'm happy at the same time.
Strange, but it got your point. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Interesting that, what you felt.
Yeah.
Couldn't celebrate 100%, but he's still happy.
Well, especially after I got stitched up the Spurs game, didn't I? When I celebrated a bit too much and it was offside, we were ruled out with VAR. It does definitely. It's in the back of your mind now, even when you're in the stadium. Like, you know, because I don't know what the game was, but it's like you think, okay, is it 100% a goal?
Yeah.
So it does take a bit of that enjoyment out. But I think in this case, you know, the goal was rightly given, so you can't really complain.
OK. Right, let's have a look at when our next Football Social is, because the shows do come thick and fast this season, and we've got another one to bring you this Sunday, the 6th of September. We'll be back 1:45. Football Social, loads of games this Sunday. Soccer Aim and Football Daily YouTube channel. So there we go. Thick and fast coming in. This Sunday is the next show.
What a great show this was.
Guys, did you enjoy the show, Dave?
I love the show.
Joe, did you enjoy it? You didn't seem to enjoy the last 5 minutes. You
I
were sort
didn't,
of-
mate. I didn't. Oh, if Rashford had put that free kick in, I definitely would have enjoyed it.
But as a show, that was great, wasn't it?
Will,
good,
you
very good.
particularly enjoyed that, I think.
Yeah, I just love it, don't you? Well, how lucky are we to be living in a generation where we sit around and watch some fantastic football with a couple of new mates, eh?
He's not going to leave you alone, Clinton. Do not give him your number, whatever.
Great show.
You enjoy it, yeah?
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Good show.
Coming back on soon?
People. Yeah, definitely. If you have me back, I'll be back for sure.
Love to have you back on. Big thanks to all you watching at home. We'll be back on Sunday. We will leave you with our best bits from the show.
I don't like referees. You know? I do apologise. It was a bad one. The studs were up, so.
Referees quite good, aren't they?
They're quite good.
Referees
Yeah.
are great.
That was a good decision.
Oh, James Nesbitt.
James Nesbitt sat alongside.
But he's got cold feet.
Oh my God, ref, he's had a howler.
Give it to us.
That has to be a VAR red card.
Oh, no, it's not.
Just a collision.
Wow, great defending, Socrates! You Greek god!
Somebody!
Oh my days, referee! Oh my days!
Oh, it's a bad pass from Arsenal in!
Offside.
He's on! He's on!
Linesman's made such a big mistake.
Why are we sleeping? Wake up! Oh!
What a save from Leno!
That is the best he's ever looked, mate, with that pillar over his head.
It's got deep. That is deep.
I'll bet you.
How long did he want that? How long did he want? I hate it! How long did he want?
This is a chance for Man United.
Oh, Pogba. Last kick of the... I called it 2-1.
Oh, he's missed it!
That was a chase. That's a
Big
win-win.
chance!
Give a foul.
Wow, he's given a foul!
I knew he'd give a foul there. I knew he'd give a
There is the full-time whistle. It finishes Man United 1, Arsenal 1.